Alrighty, so the party last time on Curse of Strahd had a few quiet, maybe some little eerie, and some revealing moments before the mission atop Yester Hill, where lies the Mountain Fane. The party is here to cleanse the Fane and cut off one of Strahd's sources of powers, as well as recover a gem that lets the were-ravens create their wine. Wine will be in desperate need for the people of Barovia. There's been sparse shipments the past few weeks, and the most recent shipments have been kind of laced with the curse of lycanthropy. As definitely all of Kresk has been, I'd say, tainted with it, and a full moon should happen in the next following nights. So it is a little bit time pressing. The elder were-raven, Davian Martikov, believes he can create the antidote, but needs to have that gem back so he can create it and then get it shipped to the people of Kresk and whoever else might have drunk from the wine. We also had a moment with Lou and Ryland talking about the guard that was kind of accusing or asking questions about the dwarf with red hair and possible connections to Christoph Vargas, a guard that went missing. Lou and Afton had a little talk about that. And then after that, pretty much everyone went to sleep. The Rare Ravens were on watch out, other than Moru, of course, who was meditating and not thinking about the tongue.
Not at all.
And with that, as Lou went to sleep, he dreamed. It's been maybe a day or two before since he's had one of his lovely, lovely dreams. A dream that was kind of a little bit eerie, but a dream where kind of briefly in between it seemed he talked to his sister. She kind of warned him about the Guardian of the Fanes and that he didn't know what he was getting into. Also mentioned that he could perhaps try to take them for himself. She also really wanted him to ask for her help. Lou did not, stating that she would give it either way. She also threatened him that if he died and stayed dead, that she would go after the party. And then after the dream, with that, the scout Adrian Martikov returned, exhausted, but with some information. He believes a great force has amassed at the base and lower levels of the Yester Hill. However, the exact numbers and the creatures below he is not sure of due to the storm and kind of darkened Barovian sky. He guesses that the kind of creatures amassed is likely wolves, wild folk, and druids that are amassed at the lower levels and base of the hill. His best recon came from the top tier, where the ritual was being conducted. He saw 6 druids plus their leader, Svarog, as well as a dozen of the wild folk berserkers. He saw the blighted tree take a form of a creature that looks somewhat like a tree ant, mainly made of twisted, gnarled, rotted wood, with a skull head of a deer. He believes this is the guardian of the mountain Fane, and he saw the guardian place some sort of totems within the blighted Strahd statue. There was a green glow of the gem coming from the statue. However, Adrian didn't openly see the gem before he was spotted by the leader of the druids. Adrian fled and was able to escape. As he did so, a cyclone above began to form and descend upon Yester Hill, the top tier of Yester Hill. And that was about the last thing he saw before he booked it out of there. And the ravens he went with did not return. He believes they were taken over by the druids there. Selena, Ryland, and Father Sean, once everyone was awake and kind of had talked about what Adrian had told them, there was talk about what to do with the Sun Sword. The Sun Sword did not like being inside of Lou, and so made that well known to Ryland. And so there was talk about what to do with the Sun Sword. And somewhere in the midst of that, Father Sean, kind of watching this all go down, asked if he could touch the sword and cast legend lore. And upon casting that, Selena and Ryland, as well as Father Sean seeing this vision, were kind of taken back to the time they both placed their hands on the Sun Sword within the Amber Temple. And they saw that vision they saw once more, and they saw it in even more detail. They saw kind of the love, the tragedy, and sacrifice that was forged into the crystal blade. And they saw kind of the forging of the hilt by the man. They heard the name of one of the loved ones, Yora. And they saw multicolored robed figures, and one that sounded like Mordenkainen helping with the first ritual. They saw Strahd handing the sword to Kenneth, who was a vampire, and told to destroy it. And they saw Kenneth holding it in the Amber Temple. Basically, as he's trying to destroy it, the Sun Sword ended up purging him of the vampire essence of vampire, as saw Sasha there as well, Tinkerer's hand saving Kenneth from the blade being plunged, and in so doing, as the vampiric essence was consumed in the blade, the crystal actual blade was shattered. And after kind of several revelations of the Sun Sword and the discussion with Ryland, the party chose to let Ryland wield the Sun Sword, especially after seeing that Ryland saying the name Yora calmed the blade. And so with that, Father Sean helped Afton gain connection to the ship, and the two had some words, and maybe some agreements were made between the two of them. Father Sean and the kids were dropped off at the Wizards of Wine, and the ship began to head for Yester Hill. The ship mainly kind of staying right at the tree line above kind of the main path to Yester Hill. And now we pick up here with you all cruising right in the tree line. You see a 400-foot terraced hill. Is that Sophie?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect
Hey,
timing.
Sophie. Yep. Perfect timing. Yeah. Exactly. We just got to the recap and kind of explaining what you all see before you. So, all right. So you see a 400-foot terraced hill before you all. Lightning kind of lights this dark crimson hue of the early morning sky at the edge of Barovia's border, with these brilliant, terrifying streaks. You see fog embraces every tree in the surrounding forest. The streaks of lightning revealing at the base of the hill a horde of wolves and shambling, thorny, viney creatures. You see rotted treants moving about. And then up the terraced hill, you're not sure how many creatures are up each of the hills, but you could tell many of them likely appear to be the wild folk and druids as they move about. And the rain here, as you kind of move into this area, the rain picks up and it's just driven hard, merciless and torrential. You hear the creak and bend and moan of the trees. And at the top of the terrace, you see that cyclone that Adrian Martikov had mentioned before. Isn't kind of touching down upon the top terrace, but they're still about 800 feet up, but it seems like it's descending closer and closer to the base of the top terrace. Kind of just, it surges with this kind of violently twisting air as thunder and light roll and crack out of it. The sound is nearly deafening for you all. And then several of you quickly notice, kind of Ryland, Selena, those with high passive perception, you notice kind of lights begin to quickly emerge out of the forest nearby you, the forest and the fog, as you see these moth with gray rings, spiral patterns, as they have these antennas and abdomens that glow like fireflies, and they head straight for you all. And I'm going to move you to the Yester Hill map. One of the Yester Hill maps.
Shit. Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh, shit.
So you should all see the map before you, and there's just this, yeah. So let's see.
At what point would we have gotten off of the boat?
That's up to you. I would say at this point y'all are still on, unless you had gotten off before. But you can tell. I mean, yeah. So I'll leave that up to you. if you're going to be down on the base. If you're down at the base, it's going to be pretty rough going.
Oh my god.
As there is literally an army of wolves, treants, shambling, kind of viney creatures, kind of circling the base of this hill. You can see up on the higher terrace, there doesn't appear to be as many creatures. It's mainly kind of a scattering of the druids and the berserkers above on the higher kind of terraced. So if you're down at the base, you're going to have to kind of swim through some wolves. But right now, I need, as you are kind of surging into this area, y'all can move 100 feet kind of per turn as moths, these glowing moths, come up to the ship and kind of attach on the ship and start climbing themselves up. So what are you guys doing as these you see kind of these about 8 moths, 4 on each side come up to the ship?
So
Eldritch Blast.
are we foregoing the ground team then?
That's up to y'all. I mean, if y'all wanted to, if y'all said that you had a ground team beforehand, I mean, it's a.
We can land after we secure the sky. As soon as we have air dominance, we can land. I think that's. I'm going to my Hearts of
Nice.
Iron 4 mode.
Cool. I dig it. I just want to make sure that we would be on the ship helping or not.
Yeah. So I think at this point you're on the ship, and there are 8 moths climbing up. For now, we're gonna kind of forgo initiative for right now. So y'all tell me. I mean, you have an opportunity to do something about these moths right now. So that was kind of their move. Their turn is getting up to the ship.
Before we start that, didn't Father Strong cast Death Ward on a bunch of people?
Oh yes. Let's get that. Let's make sure we know who all has that.
Ryland has it.
Yeah, Ryland, I believe Moru, and
Kovu.
the little bird boy.
Yep.
They're flaky.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So we have 3, and I will say this: if, like Selena, you wanted to cast Death Ward, you would have had about 3.5, 4 hours where y'all could have prepared to, if you had something like that you wanted to prepare. So. All right, but if not, you see these moths climbing up on the
I think so.
the edge. So y'all can take turns in what you want to do about this.
Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Pretty
I'll
much.
throw a couple feathers.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead. You two go ahead.
Wait, no. I How hostile do they look?
Say, they look like they're kind of looking about as they've climbed on, but some of them seem to be flapping their wings again to seem like they're gonna be heading over to you all.
And they're glowing?
Yes, their antenna and their kind of abdomens are glowing. I would say to get a better read, you could make like a animal handling or like some sort of insight check to get a clearer picture.
Well, I'm more concerned about them revealing our location because they're fucking glowing and they're on my ship.
Well,
I
we're
mean-
up in the air, so I'm pretty sure everything else sees
Did
us.
we say we were above the clouds?
Y'all are actually right up. Y'all are at the canopy, like the top of the canopy of the trees. That's how y'all moved in. So you're not like way high up. You're more. It'd be about what was it? I think 40 meters, kind of up near the trees.
For once, I would prefer if you used feet.
Yeah, 120 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about 120, 130 feet.
Okay, so our cover is blown anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty
Okay.
dark sky, and definitely with them even attaching, it seems that I would say some of the treants, as kind of lightning streaks, you can see some of the treants seem to probably be moving and noticing the ship a bit. But y'all weren't, and just even it's pretty moved. So y'all aren't fully out of kind of stealth, but yeah, y'all are pretty much getting made known real quick, especially with these moths on them.
Lou is going to turn to Adrian, and he's going to be like, Adrian, did these guys act like enemies when you were here last?
Says I did not see them here when I was here last.
Do you think they're with them?
I don't know. I've never seen these here. They're pretty big.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if they look like they're summoned creatures?
Fuck it. I'm gonna do my plan anyway.
You can make an Arcana check.
How many moths are there?
There are 8 of them, 4 on each side. Yeah, you're not sure.
Fuck. There's not a. Never mind. I can't. There's not enough.
Could I tell that these things might explode if they're
Make a
That's what I'm worried
nature
about.
check.
Help.
okay?
If only I had Machine
And-
Eldritch.
Oh, natural one.
Oh,
Yes, I'm loving this.
2 in
You
a row.
have no clue.
And all 5 of them, or in all 8 of them, are already on the ship.
Right. You move their whole movement to kind of dash towards the ship, and they're cleaning up and kind of on these sides.
Looks like there's 7. Is there only 7 or is there 8?
One of them might still be. Let me see. One of them still might be in GM. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rylan's wondering too.
Can I attempt to put the ship into stealth mode anyway? And then I'm gonna try something.
I would say you can try it again. It's gonna be a little bit harder.
That's fine. Was that an intelligence?
Yes,
Do I get proficiency with it or no?
you do.
Intelligence with proficiency. So, oh god. Why do I always roll so
Yeah.
badly?
It kind of flickers again for like a second, but then you're not able to make it stay invisible.
Alright. Well, guess I'm not going in the stealthy way.
All right. And I would say trying to do that. So go ahead and I guess so that was kind of what Afton's doing. We get an Eldritch Blast or anything else going on? Oh yeah. So Ryland, do you get the sense? I would say with a 16, you get the sense that these are definitely some sort of. You can see the way their abdomens move. It looks like there's some sort of kind of weird kind of chemical nature to their abdomens, and if they kind of burst, explode, or die, you get the sense that they might kind of whatever that thing is going to splatter and do something. You're not exactly sure the nature
no.
to it, but you get a sense that they're gonna. It's almost like swatting a bug. It's gonna its guts and stuff are gonna get everywhere.
He'll look to Afton and he'll see if she can kind of lift the ship higher so they don't get nicked by the trees. Just explaining we don't know what's going to happen.
I kinda did do that.
Yeah. So I would say you would be able to move the ship up. So that would be one of the movements y'all do is y'all kind of move up. You can move up about 120 feet up further. So if you want. So you have 120 feet to move. Or 100 feet to move, actually, excuse me.
I know everyone's been making checks on these things, but would it be, can I make a check to see if I can figure out if these things, if they explode or die, they're going to explode in some sort of glowy dust that's going to mark us?
I would still say that's a kind of a nature check. As probably you hear one of them shout out, Ryland shout out that you think that you could make a kind of nature check real quick.
I'm trying to roll 20 right now, so I'll do that when I load.
Alrighty.
And yeah, Ryland would have relayed that information just from what it looks like to him.
Or
A little explodey.
If that's the case, Mora definitely wouldn't have shot those feathers.
So
I'm
what
gonna
Lou-
give Brian this check, and then if y'all don't, yeah. So I'm gonna give Brian this check, and then I think a couple of them are gonna
What did you
start.
say it was?
reacting.
Nature again?
Yeah, it would be a nature check.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Alright,
with
join the
16,
group.
it's I'd say it's still you know that it's I would say you get the sense that it might do some sort of marking. You're not sure if it's gonna like explode and do damage, but you get the sense that yeah, it's gonna, whatever that liquid chemical type thing is, it's gonna do something.
Okay. Santa is going to say, whatever that liquid inside of them, it'll mark our ship. It'll leave us glowing just like they're glowing.
All right. So who's doing something? They're starting to move in, fly towards you all. All
Lou's
right,
going to
Kovu.
tell everyone. Oh shit.
Kovu shoots. All right, with a 23, that hits. All right. As
Well, not that Lou's going to try and negotiate with them anyway. He's just going to tell everyone to get within range of the Guardians, and then he's going to activate his holy symbol of Ravenkind and spread out some black wings. His hair goes jet black, and he looks pretty fucking badass. And he's
nice.
going to fly up and try to bring as many of them with him as he can, if that's possible.
Yeah. Yep. So I'd say with that, so Kovu shoots and actually does explode one of them. As I need some of you, I would say, let's see. I would say Ryland, Kovu, Selena, and I'll roll for some of the Were Ravens need to make dexterity saving throws for me. As it explodes.
How big a range is this explosion?
It's about 20-foot radius.
It's a fucking fireball.
Kovu, no.
Kovu, yes.
Bad boy.
Calm down, Junkrat.
All right. So let's see, a 14, 14, and a 15. So Brian was the only one who succeeded on that. So you all light up, as well as a good portion of the ship light up like a Christmas tree. But it does do no damage to you. But you are affected basically by the fairy fire spell now.
Oh, good call, Brian.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so now, Lou, you kind of sprout your wings and you're trying to fly off, kind of getting their attention.
Yep.
All right, and
Try to
your
get as many
wings, we've
as
already
possible.
established that your wings do glow. So I want you to just give me a like a charisma.
Well, not my wings, the Ravenkind wings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would say those probably wouldn't glow. Not really.
Yes, I'm gonna like fly in front of them and
Try to get
flap
their
my wings
attention.
and shit, and then,
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me some sort of charisma check. It could be like intimidation or like persuasion or something like that to try to get their attention to go after you.
it's all the same. 15.
Okay, let's see. All right. This saying you're flying off now?
I'm flying like straight up.
Okay, straight up. So this one flies up after you. This one. This one. And this one. So 4 of them just take off as you swoop up in the air. But there's 3 remaining, and I would say the kind of front good portion of the ship is glowing a lit, very even brighter than the moths themselves. It gives off about like a 80-foot bright kind of lit radius.
How big is the radius that is covered in this stuff?
So it's about 20 feet of the ship is covered.
More cast darkness on it.
Okay, nice. So that
Yeah.
covers it up.
Yeah, I burn 2 key points, do a couple hand symbols, and then kind of point it there, and an area of darkness 30-foot diameter covers that area.
All right. And I would say with that, has there anyone not done anything, even like making a nature check or anything like that? I think everyone's done at least something, right?
I would ask one more question. Could I infer with my nature roll if these things were like Fey or anything at all like that?
Yeah, I would say with your nature, you get the sense that these are definitely Fey. And Rylan, you would know
Alright.
that too.
I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on myself if you will allow me after that nature check.
Yeah, I would say with that, yeah, you can cast it on yourself. And then with that, these three that are still left are gonna swoop in, and I'm gonna roll randomly to see who they attack. All right. So with that, one of them swoops in, and I would say, I mean, if y'all are close to the Guardian of Faith, it probably would just burst before it can even. And I would say it would be the first one goes after Ryland. So if you're within the radius of Lou's Guardian of Faith, the thing would just explode and it wouldn't even get to attack you.
Unless it makes a save and it has more than 10 HP,
Yeah.
it would make the dexterity save 20 if
Okay.
it fails, 10 if it succeeds.
Okay. Yeah, it
And
failed.
it has 60 points total damage you can do, I believe.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
failed, so it would burst. One of the
So he has
moths.
even more stuff on him now.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Yep, and another chunk of the ship would have it. And I would say pretty much everyone else left on the ship would have to make it at this point, as y'all are still somewhat close together.
Alright.
Ryland is just ineffectively just trying to rub it off of himself.
All
Hey,
right.
saved again.
Nice.
28.
Yeah, so Kovu, you're even lit more so now too. As another 20-foot radius. Oh, Afton, yeah. Yep, Afton. Yep, Afton is now glowing. So I would say there's another 20 foot of the ship. One of them's covered in darkness. The other one, the other part, kind of middle part of the ship, is glowing. One of them's going to swoop in and attack one of the rare ravens.
What would say I cannot cover both spots.
It hits the rare raven.
Well, it has to make a dex save.
Yep, as it moves into your.
Yep.
That fails. So yeah, that one's. So another portion of the ship is covered, and then I would say another one. So I would say they did about. Each of them did about 15 points of damage to kaput them, if you're marking that away from your Guardian of Faith. And another one's gonna fly in, and I would say with the Guardian of Faith, it's just gonna blow up too. So with that, so yeah, there's 3 just glowing beacons on this ship. As I would say, yeah, you would all need to make a. Well, not all of you. I would say the ones up front would need to. Yeah. So at this point, Moro, you're glowing.
Moro would sigh, shake his head, and drop the darkness.
All right. So Lou,
As soon
I
as
would.
one hit,
Yeah.
it's like...
Yep. And did y'all
What were you
move
saying?
did y'all move the ship up higher, right? I can't remember if y'all moved the ship higher.
You moved it up higher.
Okay, so it would be about 220 feet up in the air now, if y'all move the full movement. Okay, I would say, Lou, you're probably the first to know this, as you're flying just straight up with these moths coming after you. You notice that around from this cyclone, and then quickly you others notice this gargantuan moth begin to swoop around the cyclone and begin to make its way to the partially glowing beacon of light that you all are.
Oh, because moths love lights.
Yeah.
Go to the lightning instead.
I mean, wouldn't
Only I was a Tempest Cleric.
lightning be giving more light than we are?
He's coming for us, Moro. There's no way. Or
Yeah,
Jade.
it's
There's
coming
no
for
way
you.
to wiggle our way out.
And it's going to
I mean,
dash.
Or isn't it?
Oh,
Yep,
that
it's
fly.
dashing towards you all. All right. And Lou, I would say, I mean, you can all make actions again. The thing's pretty damn far away. I would say the moths up in the air are still kind of within kind of shooting range for you all that are chasing Lou.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast one of each. Like,
Gotcha.
3 of them.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Shoot the two.
Missed.
Whichever one.
18.
Yes.
Blow one of them up first so you get the fairy fire and all, and then you have advantage on the others.
Kovu's going
Yeah.
after the big boy.
All right.
That
I think-
big boy.
Yeah, Kovu, you could still make that
Yeah.
shot because it's 400 feet
Yeah.
away. You still got
Six,
that.
I have a range of 600 feet without disadvantage.
Yep. All right. So Lou, you got a. So
I
2 of
assume
them
I took-
hit.
No, I wouldn't shoot if they were within 20 feet.
Oh,
I would
okay.
have
Yeah, they would
moved a
be.
bit.
Yeah, they would have been within 20 feet.
So I would have moved away from that, and then
Well,
shot.
Okay, yeah. So two explode.
And then does any subsequent attacks have advantage because you said fairy fire?
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
the subsequent attacks would have advantage.
Did
Then I'll try
Kova's
and-
attacks hit?
Sure.
Kovu's do.
Okay.
I would try and shoot the other 2 with the fairy fire. Or yeah, whatever ones are left with advantage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Why
and
is Kovu so good?
that too. There's another hunter's mark up above. It was a 4.
Gotcha. Yeah, you did some decent damage with that Kovu to it. As it seems kind of like its flight kind of moves a little bit as you actually hit it. Definitely seemed to have done some sort of damage to it, but it is definitely making a moth line for you guys.
Oh god.
Moth line.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ashton, why are you rolling so bad? Kovu is amazing, and I cannot roll for shit with Afton. My god.
Yep, Afton. Actually, with a 12, you hit Afton. If you're
I
going
do?
if you're going after the other moths. If you're going after the big one, you don't. It's not even within range. Yeah, I don't think it's even in range.
Oh
for
right,
Afton.
that's right. I forgot. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll go after one of the smaller
Yeah.
ones then.
So one of the smaller ones actually does burst. So it's kind of this cool like little like painted firework that explodes as Lou's just soaring up. As boom, 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 3 of them get knocked down. And then I think with Lou's Eldritch Blast, all 4 of them burst.
So did I need to actually make an attack? If not, then wouldn't have made the attack.
Yeah, I would say, I think with Afton and Lou hitting... Well, I think you would have needed 1 more hit.
Lou only hit 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lou crit missed one of them.
Yeah, so you would need You would have needed your attack. You would have
Okay.
needed it. All right. And y'all could definitely move if you want.
I'm gonna keep moving the ship to hope that people with range spells can take down this moth before it reaches us. Since it's beelining for us, maybe at the rate that we're moving a little bit slower than it, so it'll catch up so that it's in range for some people, but
Yeah.
not to the point that it can reach us.
Okay. So you're still moving a little bit. So you're moving kind of towards it, but at a slower pace.
Not towards it, away from it, so that it's catching
okay.
up, but not so that it can reach us. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It'll get closer, but it can't reach.
Yeah. So you want to move kind of further back. To the
Up
r-
and
I-
a little bit back, but I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of reverse and move.
not too far. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say maybe about like 50 of your, like half your movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. It's a little bit 50 feet further.
Because I wanted to get closer so we can shoot it, but not so it can reach us.
All right. Let's see. Let me see if these guys can even hit y'all. I would say as you move back, it's good that you did, Afton, because these giant rocks come hurling from the mountains towards you. But as you're moving back, they fall short from hitting the ship.
Holy shit!
Oh boy.
I think Scott's actually trying to kill us.
It was good knowing you
I
guys.
just some kind of
So
psychic
realm of
thing.
dread, of course he is.
Yep. All right. Let's see. The moth is definitely going to be still making its movement. So the moth dashes again. Gets right there. So yeah, it's definitely next turn. It's with how far away it's gonna be able to get to the front of y'all's ship next turn. Y'all can definitely move back a little bit. You're 100 feet, and it would take it. It would be a dash. But next turn, it's probably gonna get there unless y'all can somehow bring down this behemoth. So
Oh, you did not just do that.
No, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
That's not
So I would say you all have.
Oh,
You all
that took a
have.
while.
Yeah. You all have
Don't
actions.
worry, we're a motley crew to take this down.
Yep. Exactly. Y'all all have. You all can do something if you want. I would say. Let me see real quick.
How far is the moth out?
So it is from the front of the ship.
100 feet.
Yeah. About 150.
I guess I should ask. I was typing it, but can I shoot my feathers as a bonus action, and can I flurry of blows that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it's
29?
almost.
That's a crit. That's
Yeah,
a crit.
and it's definitely there's 2 ballistas up on the front that would have disadvantage to hit, but it would be a +6 that the were ravens could fire to, or y'all could man 2 of the front ballista. It would be a disadvantage this turn. But yeah, double string hits with the first, and that is a yeah.
Crit. Yay.
Yep.
Crit. And honey smart. Boop 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 boop.
All the damages.
All the damages.
Could I mount one of the 4 ballistas and wait till it's in range and then fire? So if held
Yeah,
action
I mean
fire?
it is. Yeah, it's in maximum range, or so it's technically in range, but yeah, it's probably better to wait because it does take a while to recharge those.
The only thing is -5 off of that off of the 10, or well, just -5 off of the total damage because one of that is my modifier, so that doesn't get doubled. But yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
so because I just rolled it again, but it's just. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna use. I probably shouldn't, but I want to take this moth down as soon as I can, and I'm going to use. I want to. I think I'm gonna use luck to re-roll that second attack.
All right. So that
12.
hits.
And that's I want to get as much damage in there as possible.
Yeah, it's beginning to kind of violently shake as you're starting to pelt it with some arrows. Definitely piercing. Devil String is piercing deeply into its hide and is getting furious. As you see, it's like antennas shake back and forth, wanting to get to the ship even more now. All right, so those of you who have something within with 150 feet range can definitely make attacks if you want.
Okay. I guess I'll take mine now. 12 probably misses. 14 probably misses.
Yeah, they both. Yeah,
Flurry of blows. 25 and then 15.
yeah, those last 2 do hit.
Okay, cool. And so I guess con saves, but it's probably going to naturally succeed on those. So
I mean, how much constitution does a moth have, regardless of how big it is?
It's gotta have a strong heart to pump all that blood.
Yeah, it's got a pretty healthy con save, so that they succeeded.
And that's a lot.
How
of
much
blood, too.
constitution does a kaiju have?
I mean,
Yeah.
true stuff.
It's got a healthy constitution save, so it succeeded. But it's getting pelted, and y'all have whittled away a decent amount of its hit points, but it is getting up there.
Shall I roll the big thing?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
2 of them too. That's my feelings.
Actually, is there anyone else on the ship that can roll it?
I would say the
So,
were
I-
ravens could. If you want the were
You
ravens
guys
to do
think
that.
I can maybe use a channel divinity to make sure this thing hits?
Could
Or should I
I
save that?
move another 30
Yeah,
feet
you could.
towards
Yeah,
it
you can move.
so
You
that
have a.
people with 120 feet range could hit it.
You want to move it forward?
Just 30 feet, so.
Yeah, I would say
120
y'all.
feet
Yeah,
range.
y'all could do that.
Okay.
So 100 feet.
Well, we're waiting for it to come in range. I'm waiting. Like,
Okay.
if I were to
Oh,
fire
that's
that
right, we
shot,
can-
it's in
let's-
range.
yeah,
it's
hold
chasing
it- hold
afterwards. We don't want
action.
to chase towards it.
That's right. That's right. Hold actions. Hold actions.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And Lou, for his turn, is going to fly down to the ship and hold an Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha. So yeah, I would say it's moving. It's y'all
holding
moved
it
where it had
down.
to basically get its dash, but it's swooping within range. So those with held actions can make it, as it's pretty much going to be at the ship now, as it's kind of, after y'all fire, unless somehow y'all bring it
I
down.
already said I'm pulling, so.
Yeah.
whatever.
And no one else went for that second cannon, right? Because Rylan would have followed Selena.
Yeah, if you want to get on the ballista, so there's, I mean, either a were-ravens on it or one of y'all are on it. So y'all can shoot 2 of the front ballistas. All right, so let's see. The Eldritch Blast both
And you get
hits.
13.
I
Or I
assume
guess
13
the
misses.
13 misses though. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I assumed.
Firebolt.
and the
25.
that hits. Yep. All right, and the ballistas are +6 to hit, and there's 2 of the front ones that can be fired. So whoever wants to make that roll can do so.
Looks like
Could-
Brian did one.
Yeah,
Okay,
I went in Rylan on the
13. Yeah, the 13 misses unfortunately. All right,
Yeah.
so there's one other ballista.
Nice.
All right. Oh, that hits Ryland. You hit. So you roll 3d10 piercing damage. Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was
Oh.
That one was brutal. It did. Yeah. As soon as as soon as you hit, as soon as it attached to the ship, and it is rocking the ship now in anger and pain.
Ryland fucking hates moths.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Oh shit,
All
wait a
right.
minute.
So
Wait
this
a minute.
sucker moved 150 feet in one turn.
Yeah.
He can
That was its dash to get to y'all. So y'all are actually back up.
Okay.
So now it's
So
on
I
the
was
ship,
gonna ask if I
like
could
right in front of
move to
us.
the
Yeah,
front
it's
and
on the
wait for
ship.
it.
Like it basically went over the dragon, kind of the front of the dragon, front of the ship, and its kind of head is reached up as some of its little legs are kind of skittering up there, and it's ready to do some damage to the ship. But that was its dash to get there, so y'all are up again.
Oh yeah, those were our held actions.
So y'all, it's y'all's turn again because the way y'all were positioned with the ship was perfect. So it had to dash, so it used all of its stuff to get there.
How messed up is it looking right now?
Very, I assume.
It's pelted. Yeah.
Does
Both
Kobe
those hit.
kill it with those two?
Let's see. It is not dead.
Just saying, if someone were right next to it, I would get sneak attack. Yeah, I had
Well, you
someone
should have waited
move-
for me to run forward because I'm gonna smash it because I'm melee.
Could have used your bonus action to hide.
I'm pulling out my silver great sword and I'm gonna run forward and smack it.
All right.
And possibly get around behind it to give people advantage if I have enough room for that.
Yeah, you could. I would say to get a more of an advantageous, but it would be like more to the side, because you'd have to like climb up on the back of the ship to get really behind it, or like onto the thing. So
Right.
the more advantageous
It
thing
was-
is definitely getting to the side. Yeah, firebolt hits.
26 firebolt too.
That hits the 24. As y'all are just pelting my beautiful moth.
You monsters.
That'll do is
Do
gonna
I
pew pew
do-
pew.
All right, and I will say the ballistas would take after this round, it would take 2 more turns to put a new bolt in the ballista. So the ballistas can't be used for 2 more rounds.
Lou is then going to use his bonus action to reach into his little component pouch and pull out a little pepper. And he's going to throw it at Mark. And they're going to wink at each other like, yeah, we know what's happening. And
Yeah,
Mark,
boss.
Mark is going to fly. This is all invisible. Just you all just saw Lou throw pepper into the air and just got caught. Just disappeared. An invisible Mark flies right up into the face of this thing and breathes fire all over it.
Beautiful.
Wow.
If I can find the spell. Here it is.
It is
Found it.
3d6.
Oh,
Pepper breath.
That is gnarly damage.
Ouch. All right, it saves, so
shit.
it takes half damage.
I heard that roll.
Yeah, you did. It got a natural 18 on the
He's
roll,
using
plus.
weighted dice.
But he clearly has -2 to his dex.
All right, it's still alive, flaming, though.
Okay, Mark just flies above it, invisible, so it doesn't know where he was.
Nice. All right, anyone else?
Oh yes.
Oh shit! Vanquish!
Oh, that's right. So during that
Get in there.
downtime, Ryland would have been kind of having some quality time with the sword. Sounds a little weird,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
so he would just sort of be
It's normal for us men, don't worry.
um just kind of quietly he would be sharing sort of his thoughts and memories of Sasha with the sword. So just, kind of
Mhm. Love it.
yeah,
Love
just sharing some stuff.
Yeah.
So how far is it from where he is?
You definitely would have, you would up on the ballista, so you would have enough movement to for sure get there.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
Selena's next, so if you hit, you're gonna get. I mean, you're a swashbuckler, so there's a good chance that you'll hit and get sneak attack.
Yeah, so he is going to go on the other side, so that they do in fact have flanking, and he's gonna vanquish.
24 hits.
Oh baby,
Add that sneak.
adding the sneak. There it is. And did he give Tiamat's Bane away, or does he still have it?
He still has it.
Yeah, you still
Okay,
have it.
what am I thinking? Maybe someone just
We
looked at
took
it.
the sun sword from you. We weren't going to let you give
Yeah.
away Tiamat's
You're
Bane.
just taking all my stuff.
You got everything back,
All right, cool.
including
20
the
hits.
dagger.
Yep.
All right, Deagle.
So with especially the first one being a vicious blow, one of its legs that is kind of supporting on the ship gets charred and just cut off as it's kind of lurching back and kind of forward to go in for a bite and a claw for you. You just stick up Tiamat's Bane, kind of right near some of its little mandible-like teeth as it screeches and then lurches off with a flap of its wings as you probably get knocked. You all kind of get knocked back a step just by the power of its wings as it plummets to the ground, vanquished.
I really want to make a joke right now, something about a moth and a flame, but I just can't think of the words. If only I was a bard.
And let's see.
Did I mention I hate moths?
Yeah, moths are kind of creepy.
If one could have got it before it got to the ship, we could have said it was shot down in a blaze. Glory.
This is gonna have to be a plot point for Ryland now that he just inexplicably hates moths.
See one nibbling at his clothes.
All
God
right.
damn it, vanquished!
Moth,
And with y'all,
moths ate my grandmother.
with y'all staying put, the treants up on the hill move a little bit closer and are gonna throw rocks at you guys.
How far can they throw rocks?
360 feet, but they have disadvantage.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
So this is 24 to hit and a 19 to hit, which the first one slams into the ship, doing 30 points, and actually does a little bit of damage to the ship.
You're on a ship AC page?
Yes.
Like, what? Where is this?
Yeah, I was just wondering that too.
Let me see. The ship's AC is 18, and it's got a damage threshold of 20, so it can absorb 20 points of damage each attack. So it only took 10 points of damage from the first one. The other one, what was it? The other one missed with a... No, it hit with an 18. So the ship has taken 22 points of damage.
Okay.
And it has... And it has 300 HP.
Okay.
So it's still doing really fine, but...
Get us away from this captain.
Yep. I will lead us. Let's see. In a slow spiral around this. I'll start us in a slow spiral around this area since I don't know where we want to head in yet.
I am going to telepathically tell Mark to jump off the ship.
Actually, let's go that way. It looks like a lot less
go
worse
down.
going that way. Yeah. Start a slow
So,
spiral
yeah.
going that way. Just so that we're moving and hopefully like gives them less chance
Yep.
that they're gonna
And I will
hit
say
us.
one thing about the ship: it can't dash, so its full movement is 100 feet. So y'all can move. You can move like 100 back this way or like right there. But I mean, at this point, it's just going to be kind of all. There's not anything other than the treants kind of throwing some of the rocks at you. There's not like a huge active threat because it doesn't seem like they have too much. It seems like most of their fly power is gone.
Alright. I'm gonna evaluate some spells here.
So at this point, y'all are we were kind of doing like a pseudo little initiative. So y'all can kind of figure out where they're going. I would say after that move, that one can still.
I want Mark to I will display what I want him to do in the form of a gift. If you'll be so kind as to indulge me.
Okay, so you wanted to start just laying waste to the wolves and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how he feels. It looks a lot less impressive. It's just fire coming from some invisible thing, but that's how Mark feels right now.
Okay, yeah,
As
I
he
love it.
doesn't-
I love it.
Do you
So,
wanna
yeah.
do you wanna start we're going this way. I was also going to do a wall of fire right here. We can just start laying waste to things. If you want to start
Yeah.
this
I mean,
way.
wall of fire would be great when we're on the ground and we need to funnel them into an area, but when we're so far away, they'd have no reason to go into the wall. So,
I mean I was just gonna drop it on top of them to be real.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, so you can start. Yeah, the wolves are definitely going to start running, and kind of some of them are moving to the tree line, but you're going to start laying waste to quite a few of them.
And we've had experience with wolves. I know there's a chance you can one-shot wolves with this, so I'm going to target the small wolves specifically and leave those
Gotcha.
winter wolves alone, because fuck winter wolves.
Mhm.
He's going to
Yeah,
avoid
and
the big red ones.
and yeah, these are basically like hordes of wolves. So like each one represent, especially like the smaller wolves. Each wolf represents like 10 to 15 wolves of the smaller wolves. So it's almost like a swarm of wolves. But yeah, you're gonna start laying waste to some of the wolves. They're gonna have to start moving. All right.
How high are we above them?
You're
Yeah.
you haven't moved down, so you're still 220 feet up in the air.
Alright.
Because y'all have not used movement to move down. One of the tree ants is gonna throw another rock. It's in range. It's disadvantage on this.
Cover is gonna shoot things.
That one misses wide left as you start maneuvering towards the tree line.
Since we're moving that way, Cody's just gonna start shooting at things. The first one I see misses whatever he can see.
Yeah, and again, these are like swarms of things, so each one represents a multitude of these little creatures.
Yeah. Let me check what my devil strength here. I'm just gonna take a gander real quick.
While that's going on, can I like climb up? What's it called? The little scouts thing when you climb up the
Like
mast?
the crow's eye?
The little crow's eye, yeah.
Smith.
Could I make my way up that?
Even
It's
if
the
you want one of the
raven's
rare,
nest for this one?
if you want one of the rare ravens, could quickly fly you up there too.
Oh, even better.
Yep. So, one of them will swoop in. Probably Dad will swoop in
In a
and
woman that doesn't need that.
yeah, fly you up there. He says, "You're like the queen of the world up here," as he'll swoop back down.
Alright.
Now with my cannon.
Yeah, I would say with the 27 definitely hits some of the little swarming little twig blights down below.
Alright. This one will be normal, but I have an idea. Okay. For my next thing. Kobe's gonna look around for gunpowder on the ship.
Okay.
Well, we did scour the ship.
I would say y'all scoured the ship. It doesn't use gunpowder.
Oh,
But
right.
I will say there is something, I would say the kids
were
did
some
have
nice
some long
horses.
crossbows, and I can't remember if they had the grenades as well, or if y'all had the grenades. I want to say the adults had the grenades. And Father Sean probably would have had to collect some of the
Grenades?
grenades. So y'all have gravitational grenades.
Oh, also, just a reminder, Jay, you have my ball of sexy bondage.
So
I almost forgot about that.
yeah, you have these gravity detonators. You have 3 of them that'll can be thrown up to 60 feet away. So you're gonna have to get a little bit closer. But they would do a 20-foot radius sphere, and you would make a dex save, or they would make a dex save, and take 8d6 bludgeoning damage, as well as knock them prone and whatnot, and possibly restrain them.
Alright.
So are you guys moving further
Yeah,
this way still?
Afton's trying to maneuver the ship down so that we're within firing range.
Oh, okay. So you're moving another 100 feet down. So I'd say you have to move like 90 feet where you wouldn't be crashing into the tree line.
Yeah, like at an angle so that we're like
Yeah.
moving down and like at an angle. So it might take us 2 turns to get
Yeah.
fully down. But
All right. So yeah, y'all are about probably 200. Well, no, y'all are about 180 feet down, I would say at this point, and then still kind of have moved that way. And then some of the tree ants are gonna throw again.
actually, how far away are the tree ends?
Let's see.
Are these boys?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are they the guys throwing? Those are the
Yeah.
ones that
Right, are
that,
throwing the rocks.
Kobe's gonna target them because they're
Yep.
being bitches.
Yep. You definitely are within range to do so. 2 of them are gonna throw rocks, though. They're still at disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
And is there any perception checks I can be making up here just in case as well?
Yeah, you can definitely
Oh,
make perception
God.
checks.
Ooh.
Well, they had disadvantage, but they still hit.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. They actually only did 12 points of damage,
We're fine. We're fine. All right.
and it's all to the ship so far.
Does the 19 and 27 hit the tree ant?
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 17 hits it. That's its AC. So anything.
Okay, so it was 19 and 27. So it's 11, and then so 11 and 6, 10 and 2, and then 4 for Colossus Slayer. Because I don't think I can do Hunter's Mark from this far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be within 90 feet. So,
Yeah. You definitely hit it with both of them.
so
It's still. Let's see. The fire damage definitely did a little bit more damage to it. It definitely, with a little bit of fire on your arrows, it definitely kind of sparked and charred even more, doing more damage to it.
Alright.
So, Lou, seeing that we're going toward the more burnable enemies, is going to use his action to teleport Mark back.
Gotcha.
And then he's just going to get him like a football, an invisible football, and he's just going to chuck him off the ship and be like, burn those fucking trees.
Nice.
And yeah, Mark's going to dash if he has to. He got 60 feet.
He's a master.
You can probably get halfway
Yeah,
there.
and I would say Mark wiped out a good deal of the front line of wolves. They didn't know he was coming, invincible, and they definitely started retreating more around the hill, kind of getting further away. Let's see. So you're chucking through.
Mark is going to like, yeah, he's going to dive straight away to get as much speed as he can before leveling out at the tree's level, and then dash as fast as he can towards this one.
Twig? Are you going for the
He's
twig boys?
going
or
for
the
this one up here. Big guy up here.
Trent? Alright.
All right. So doing one of them at him. So he's gonna make a dex save. Let's see. It's actually succeeded, so it takes half damage. The 17 for the first grenade. So it's 8d6 damage.
Grenade.
Yeah. The kids found grenades in the armory. There's 2 left now after that one exploded.
Wait, I thought that Mark was using the dragon's breath though.
Oh, he's still
Yeah.
using Dragon's Breath? Or the grenades?
Yeah.
Oh, he's using Dragon's Breath?
So I thought you were saying what someone else was doing.
Oh,
no,
no.
he's
Okay, yeah.
doing fire breath.
Oh, yeah. The Fire Breath's gonna F this thing up even more. But it got a 17 to save.
Are we burning this thing right here?
Yeah.
We're burning everything.
Burning it all again?
Yeah, so as Mark's like, ha 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 ha! Fear me!
And he just
boy.
blows fire in front of himself, and he like flies through the fire. So for an instant, you just see this form of a raven bursting through the fire, and then it just goes invisible again. Because he's immune to fire, so it does nothing to him.
And how long?
He's
How many?
been all styled.
How long does it last? A minute or?
It lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So I have a
can recast
question.
it, though.
If
Yeah.
you're like, if Firebolt is 120 foot range,
Mhm.
can you not cast it at all if you're out of that range, or is it at disadvantage?
So with the spells, that's its maximum with the spells.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to cast it outside that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mark is lighting up that tree. It's definitely taking a hefty amount of fire damage from that. Are y'all moving closer to with the ship? With the ship?
Yeah. Let me know when we're about 100. How far up is the tree line from these guys?
So the tree line is it's 120 feet. The total, like the top of the canopy, is 120 feet.
All right. So we'll just brush up to the tree line, and
Yeah.
then I'll stop
All right.
there. Pretty
Gotcha.
much. Great. Afton is going to.
Right, both rocks miss this time.
Oh god, he's crit twice.
Well, let me make sure they might be within range now.
Ah, fuck. I'll reroll that. Let's say I have a range of 200 feet.
No, yeah, that's still
All right.
disadvantage.
Afton is going to dash down off the ship, flying 60 feet. So that she's within 60 feet of these guys, which is probably going to be a precarious situation. But, And then she's going to quicken spell a shatter on them. See what
It's a
level
con
that
save, right?
is.
Yeah, and they're non-organic, so they have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Level
Fucking
5.
tree boys.
Fuck it.
Oh my god.
Actually, these. What are these? Are these little baby guys, or are they?
They're
bigger?
these are definitely littler creatures. These are
Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
it. Level 5. I thought they were bigger boys. Never mind.
There's a
We'll do
lot
it
of
at
them.
level-
There's like a lot of them, but they're little. They don't seem like they can
Well-
do anything up in the air.
Okay, we'll just-
Yeah, that's a thing Mark can deal with easily.
Yeah, we'll
Don't-
just do it at level 2 then.
don't
We'll
spell
just
them.
do it at level 2. I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
never
so you're
mind.
still attacking these guys.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
But we're using that
Yeah.
to try and deal. We're trying to wipe out a lot of them at once.
Yeah.
essentially.
So yeah, a good swath of them are
These
definitely
JP
destroyed
guys
with a
at
yeah.
disadvantage.
They did a horrible. They failed horribly. As you knock out a good 40 of those little twig and vine blights with that shatter, as they're all kind of clumped together.
Splinters
Horde.
everywhere.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Spattering. And Celine, did you ever make a perception check?
I was waiting for you to give me the go ahead on.
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
Do I get advantage because I'm in the Raven's Nest?
Sure.
Not that it matters.
So, as you're looking out through the battlefield, one thing that you can notice is that the cyclone above, that was about 800 feet above kind of the top terrace, has been moving down as it's about 500 feet from touching the base of the top terrace, as it's about to make touchdown. You definitely
Could you
notice.
ping that for me, please?
Yeah, so where you see this surge, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's a cyclone circling the top terrace right here.
All right.
And it's about, it was kind of moving down up in the air, and it's about 800 feet from touching down onto the top terrace here. And now, slowly as y'all have been maneuvering and whatnot, it is starting to get closer and closer to touching the ground. It's about 400 feet away from actually touching the ground. That's one thing you do notice as you look above, is it's like spiraling down. You definitely see that some of the wolves definitely begin to shift over after getting just lit up with fire. And one of the things that you can just barely see is there does seem to be some weird movement in the fog way over here. You see as it's almost like this little bead of light or something begin to form from the mist way over here. You notice that from above, some of the tree ants and the little blights down here definitely are kind of moving about after getting some sort of sense of attack. So there is movement upon the battlefield. Was there anything also kind of in particular you were looking out for?
Can I tell if there's anything in particular that lightning seems to be attracted to?
So this, I would say, this is not actual like lightning. It's a storm. There's lightning definitely surging within it. This whirlwind of wind and debris surging down, but it doesn't seem to. It's definitely not necessarily attracted to anything. It's a cyclone that's about to touch ground, 400 feet from touching ground.
So I'd be able to guess pretty well that that's something magical then.
Yes, yeah. I would say with your passive arcana, you definitely know it's some sort of magical
Right.
whirlwind. And it would definitely be hard with the rate it seems to be spinning. It would be hard to get through that and get to that top terrace if it touches ground.
Hey, it's fine. We'll just fly over the storm and then go down the eye. Simple.
5,000 feet up, cast Death Ward, and jump off.
Oh,
Perfect.
funny that
Do
one.
I see anything
I can do that.
on top of the terrace?
Sorry, repeat that. Oh yeah, you would be able to see a little
Yeah.
bit into the top of the terrace. So it's a little bit hard because there are stones that reach up 15, but you've kind of got a vantage point. It definitely seems that it's kind of fairly well lit. You can see some of the what appears to be kind of wild folk moving about, and they definitely look like they're looking in y'all's direction. But there's some clumps of people kind of around this statue, but they don't seem to be moving about at all.
Alright.
But you definitely
And-
see a figure of Strahd von Zarevich kind of lit up, a statue about 20 feet high right here.
Yeah. And then from the mist, do we know of any allies or anything? Other attack that's going on, if that might be friendlies or enemies? Is that unknown right
You
now?
would have no idea. And this is like the edge of Barovia. So this mist wall is like the mist wall that entraps the lands of Barovia right here.
Oh, so typically anything that stays in that just gets wrecked, and there's something coming out of it.
Right, you see some sort of like little crack of light. And it was just like the last second while you were moving that way. And at this point you wouldn't be able to see it anymore.
Hey, Mr. DM,
Right.
while Mark
Yes.
is burning up, can Lou cast Prestidigitation to maybe clean people's shininess off them? Get rid of all this glitter?
I would say it wouldn't be strong enough to do it,
Okay.
unfortunately.
It's worth a try, though.
Is there a way we can clean ourselves off?
It'll eventually wear off, but right now it doesn't seem like you're able to clean yourselves off.
Alright, Selena's gonna call out verbatim everything that you told me, and then in particular to the myth, she's gonna say, because I don't think she actually knows that's the edge of Barovia.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
if
sure
Selena
maybe
would know.
someone would've
Some of y'all might
explained.
know if y'all like looked at a map heading down this way, which some of y'all probably would have.
Well, she would know maps because of Kenneth. So
Yeah.
if
I mean,
someone
then you
showed her a
probably would
map,
have. Yeah.
she would have been.
Yeah.
All right. Then she's going to call out in a very confused voice, like she's kind of doubting herself. She's going to say, "And I think someone from the outside is trying to break in over there." And she'll
yeah.
call out the direction in that because she can't really point. I don't think anyone can see her.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit. I mean, you might be
More
glowing too.
No, she saved on
Saved.
every
Okay, nice. Yeah.
explosion.
Then it'd be kind of hard to see. But you would all hear that over. I assume you're probably talking telepathically too. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, what's the direction this time? Y'all still kind of going after these?
Yeah, trying to take down the big guys mainly, so they stop shooting at the ship.
All right. So Mark can get another go.
Burn him, Mark.
Cool. 19 hit.
Pass. Yep.
You fucking bitch.
I know it's doing pretty good. To...
With a -1, how is he still beating it?
He is one of his attacks. A 13.
Yeah, that one's starting to look rough.
What does this individual here look like?
So that is as you were passing by, that looks like somewhat of a, you would guess is probably one of the druids. They seem to be not paying attention to you as much, but looking off more towards the mists over here.
Like defensively or
Anticipating something.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty.
Selena, something from the outside?
Yeah, boy.
What the
I'm not
heck?
so excited about it.
Just for a moment, I saw light, like actual sunshine almost. Well, I think it was sunshine, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah, she'll use the word sunshine.
All right, some rocks are gonna get thrown your all's way. This guy is gonna move a little bit closer.
Oh, hey, wait a
Guys,
minute.
we're gonna be on the ship to get an advantage.
These things are clearly non-magical. These fucking rocks. Lou's
Right.
going to fly right up to them. He's immune to non-magical damage.
These both miss.
Nice. It's because Lou flew in the way as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lou's distracted him there. So
Exactly
he's going
why.
to join Mark up there. Well, he's going to get within 120 feet.
Yeah.
And start Eldritch blasting.
And I would say, Selena, you notice that the storm moves a good 30, 50 feet closer to the ground.
Question.
So,
Sorry, go ahead. I heard Brian. Go ahead.
I think he was just saying okay to it moving.
Oh, okay. So I figured I can move 1,200 feet in about 48 seconds with my dash and the shadow step ability that I.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get to the mist?
You can also ask for haste if you wanted to.
That would be amazing. Then it would take me like, I don't know, 10,
Half the
15
time.
seconds. But I don't want to waste this spell because that's a 3rd level spell, right?
So you want to move to the mists here?
To the mists, yeah.
So that would be 1,250 feet.
Yeah. So roughly,
And some of
I
it's
move
rough
150
terrain.
Feet. Well, once I'm dashing, rough terrain doesn't mean anything to me anymore.
That's true. I mean,
So,
if you want to, you can get off the ship and definitely move that way.
the question would be, is if I could get back or not.
That'd be a little bit harder.
Right.
Just depends where the ship is and all that stuff.
because Selena was pointing out that she saw sunshine coming from that. Did she share the information about the druid being anticipation or looking in anticipation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was related.
Okay. No, he's not going to do anything with that. He will kind of look. Can I make a perception check directly at the druid? Or
Yeah.
an insight check at this point?
Yeah.
And my passive perception is 21. So 25 insight, natural 18 plus 7.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're waiting for something to come, and that they're prepared at. Looks like they're prepared to make some sort of. Potentially, they're kind of on watch out, or to do some sort of signal flare or something like that with their positioning.
Can I see if it's in anticipation? Like
Yes, for
like
something to arrive. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to tell exactly, but you could tell that within this battle, they seem to be waiting for something and waiting to give some sort of call.
Okay, I guess there's the word hope. Is it like a hopeful, like I want this thing to come? I know I might be.
It's hard to. I would say with this kind of individual or individuals that you're looking at, it's kind of hard to tell. I'd say it's more like a battle anticipation, like they're expecting battle.
Okay, and then that's all he would do. And just kind of wait to see how the rest of the battle.
All right. And with that, yeah, go
Hear
ahead.
that mentally with the party.
Yep. And with that, I would say you all hear a horn that blasts through the deafening sound of the storm as you kind of notice the little blights and wolves and druids and wild folk atop here. They give a blare and a blast, and they all seem to be moving now in their ranks and whatnot towards this area, and they begin to start charging that way. These treants are still focused on you all, but the other figures atop here are definitely moving. As you hear, you see horns and torches basically igniting, even in the rain and drench, as they all seem to be moving this direction.
Is this like some sort of fucking war party and is Strahd invading another realm of dread or something? I'm so confused right now.
Can that 25 insight kind of carry me over into like they're moving that, including that druid? Like, never mind. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know if that 16 could do anything, but what Ryan's trying to see is, are they looking like they're going to attack whatever?
Yeah, they look like they're charging weapons out and are moving that way.
Interesting. He'll say this to the rest of the group too.
Well, no.
This is what it looks like.
That seems like a good place to assist, doesn't
We should
it?
get to that life then.
Afton's gonna start moving the ship over that way.
All right, you want to point me out a path?
I'm sorry.
You do get 2 more rocks thrown at you.
Lou wants to
Actually,
try and
3.
become the target.
One of them's 20. These next 2 are advantage. I'll say the first one hits you. That one misses. That one hits the ship. And doesn't even do any damage to the ship. Sorry, which way did you point out?
We're going towards where the opening is, and they're all rushing to.
Oh, okay, so you're going to move 100 feet that way, just straight.
The opening to the outside, or wherever that's always coming through.
The question is, should we do that, or should we take this opportunity to go for the
That's
circle?
what I'm thinking.
They seem distracted.
Fair enough.
I think they're expecting a fucking war, and that's why the big thing is there, so that any invading army that comes will probably get blocked by the lightning storm.
Yeah, so, and as you move forward, you definitely see, you all see at this point, as you're kind of somewhat level with the hill and can see kind of above and a little bit through, as you see like a crack is opening more and more in the fog over here. As you can see, figures seem to be charging into Barovia. They seem like they're very well, heavily armored on cavalry. You also see kind of flaming rocks from siege weapons begin to start pelting kind of the ground here, some up on the stone sides, as the storm cyclone also begins to descend a little bit faster and faster. As the wolves begin to charge, the barbarians on the terraced, the druids on the terraced hillside begin to charge that way too.
Yeah, okay, I say we get to that circle now while
Alright.
everything's distracting.
Let's go.
All right, so you all head for the circle. You're gonna get. I assume y'all are probably. This one is probably gonna get killed by Mark's breath. Right.
On the
Brush your
blast.
teeth, Mark.
Yeah. You would probably get a couple more rocks thrown at you, but we'll see. I think y'all are gonna end up in that circle.
Full speed, Captain Afton.
Yep. So I would say you get pelted by another rock before y'all move several turns into the circle, as it's you are able to get in time where it doesn't slam into you all. The ship took a little bit more damage. So the ship's doing fine with 263 hit points, as you all are down here, and we're gonna shift maps now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you see this, as you move into the circle, you can see that definitely a battle is ensuing at the border wall of the mists, as a crack has formed, as you all are at the top of this terraced hill.
Can I recognize what race the things happen to be?
The race of the druids, they all appear to be humans, and the berserkers. There are some druids that have like masks and whatnot. The race
Sorry.
of the armored people, it's hard to tell. They're not like crazy far away, but most of those that are attacking are in armor, so it's really hard to tell like what race they actually are. Yeah, I'm sure if you would like get down with them, you
tall?
probably could
Like-
tell.
Are they like human size or are they dwarf size?
They definitely are more human size.
Okay.
And does the armor look in any way familiar to any of us in terms of like time period?
I would say y'all can make history checks.
Boy bros don't know.
Yeah,
No,
with
but like their armor, whatever we don't do.
yeah, it's kind of Lou's probably they definitely. I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell even with a 16. You get the sense that to a certain degree, Lou, you get the sense that they seem to be some sort of, from the way their armor is, some of the patterns you make out, they definitely seem to be some sort of order that potentially, worship some sort of deity. You don't know if it's good or evil or whatnot from this point, but you get the sense that there may be some sort of kind of order of knights, maybe paladin type order or something like that. But it's hard to tell.
Silver dragon. Oh my goodness, Alethra.
Holy shit.
Interesting.
All right,
Hey,
and
is the armor
so
by
I
any
also
chance
make
silver?
a retro.
what's up? And I will say at this point, y'all need to start rolling initiative because I got a lot of initiative to roll.
Yes, queen.
Could I make a retroactive check on the knights that were coming through the mist if they happen to be anything related to Azaleen Rex?
I mean, with so what did you make, or you want to make a new check?
Well, I never made any check on the ones that were coming through the mist.
Yeah. So you can make a check.
Perception?
Yeah. Yeah. So with
20.
with a 20, it's still from the distance you are and kind of the chaos of the battle. You can tell that some of the armor, it doesn't seem to be the same color type that you saw the lady's armor that was known with Azaline Rex. But it definitely seems, at least like the heavy armored aspect, definitely seems similar. But it's to go know for sure, you'd probably have to get closer or get down in the midst with them from here.
All right.
All right, 25 for, is that Afton or Kovu? All right.
Oh, that is Kovu. Honestly, if judging by the roles, Kovu is definitely my superior character. If you went strictly by how my characters roll,
Rolls, yeah.
like Kovu rolls, I don't know how he, like, if you go by like how he rolls, Kovu just does somehow amazingly. Like the dice just favor him. Like I had all those natural 20s in like Mordenkainen's manor or mansion, and like just like I swear to God, like he just rolls so well all the time, and then just like all of my other characters just never roll well. It's only Kovu. He's my superior character.
All right.
I should also say, as soon as we get to like the top plateau, is that what you call it? Like the top level of this
Yeah.
thing, Lou is going to just Eldritch Blast the cables holding up, or the wires, rope, whatever, holding up the Shield Guardian at the underneath the ship,
Oh, okay.
so he can actually contribute.
Nice. Okay,
So
yeah.
he drops.
I'll just put him down.
I
He
don't know if
drops.
he-
We'll say he drops on the this little wall right here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Is he
All right.
large?
He is large.
Yeah.
Can I
Does he do
stat
the superhero landing?
Yeah, so superhero.
All right. So
Then
That's
Lou
top-
comes
yeah.
down, stands on his shoulders, and Mark turns visible as a raven on top of Lou's head. It's
nice.
just such a cute little scene.
All right. I'm gonna roll for one of these. The were ravens are gonna take their turn all at once. All right. So atop this the hill, the top terrace, you see a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that collectively form this kind of makeshift wall. And you see enclosing is a field of dead grass. Lightning strikes do kind of strike at the edge of this black ring from time to time, and you see an illuminating in green this ghastly 50-foot tall statue made of tightly woven twigs and packed with black earth. That is the image of Strahd von Zarevich. You also see that there's this packed earth of the ground that rises about 5 feet above either side of the windy little trail, forming a natural ditch that snakes towards this wide break in the stone ring on the opposite side. And you see about a dozen berserkers. Two of them with the almost a dozen berserkers. Two of them definitely seem like they've seen many battles right here, as they seem to be crying out war cries, getting the troops ready to attack you all as you come in with this ship. And one of them gives a cry. For some reason, it sounds like it says, "It's Zach!" as it cries out with one of them.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
All right, so if
Those
you want to
are
roll
very
initiative
good.
for Wolf, Zach.
I have already done so.
Okay, sweet. Alrighty. And I think with that, we're going to kick things off. Let me make sure everything's right. Let's make sure everyone's on there. Kovu, Lou, Ryland, Afton. We got 2 age rank. Moru, Selena.
Quickly, out of curiosity, Scott, I
Yeah.
can shadow step onto the guardian, right? Because he's a large creature.
Right.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. So if I jumped off, I wouldn't end up dying. Not that I'd die, but
All right. So, and y'all can, I will, y'all can, before we start, I will say y'all can place yourselves on the ship. Lou, I think, can fly, so Afton can fly, so you can be a little bit off if you want, starting this out, but you guys can place yourselves wherever you want to on the ship. And I would say you're pretty, I mean, y'all can tell me how close you are to the black rocks reach about 20 feet high, and y'all can tell me how close the ship is to the ground.
Those are these, right?
Yeah,
These like
yeah,
rocks
these
in the edge?
black
Okay.
rocks right here, which
Yeah.
some of y'all might not be able to see depending on what your dark vision is. But yeah, y'all can place yourselves anywhere on the ships that you want before we get started.
Could I say that I lit my lantern as I was coming down?
Yeah, we can say that for sure. You can move it out on the field too if you want. And I would say that you also, something that of note that you do note is that there does seem to be little kind of hanging lights uh, on some of the trees in different areas of the map.
Get fucked. Cove's in the crow's nest. He can shoot literally anywhere.
Nice, yeah. That's the benefit of having this ship.
And having sharpshooter. Sharpshooter OP, dude.
All right, so Kovu, you start us off with battle as you see these druids slowly begin to get up from their knees. The berserkers all kind of give shouts of battle cries as you guys are up on this ship, but you get to draw first blood if you want.
Kovu is going to
Take the dodge action.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Does Devil String know who to attack first? I know who I want to attack first, but
It kind of wiggles and makes like a pointing motion, kind of towards you, like towards your eyes, almost like it's trusting you.
all right, cool. I want to attack this bitch.
All right, you definitely can.
Kovu knows she looks like a spellcaster, and Kovu knows from dealing with Lycast that spellcasters are fucking awful.
Yes, and yeah, this guy is can tell he's definitely some sort of druid and is just swathed in mushrooms and spores and looks hideous.
Which one?
The one
This
that you're
one,
attacking,
or-
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So we're gonna attack. 9 and it's
Nice. Holy cow.
Those definitely both hit.
Yep. And Colossus Slayer for one of them.
Give
Yep.
Beautiful. Yep. One of his
Duh.
mushrooms explodes as you impale 2 of the arrows into him.
That's good.
I guess it's not really gonna work, I don't think, but he's gonna duck down to the crow's necks and take the hide action for his bonus action.
Okay.
So I guess I need to make a stealth check. Not great, but that's fine. So yeah,
Alright.
so he's all underneath the crow's nest.
Beautiful. This berserker runs up to this druid over here. Let's see. He's gonna chuck a javelin at Shield Guardian. With a 12, that misses.
Indeed it do.
This one just takes off running in a mad dash. To this druid right there. And This one gives out shouts to the berserkers in this kind of wild language and points towards the druids and is going to charge at one of the druids too. She seems to get all real pissed off. She actually can make it to that one. Alright, that's her go. Lou, you are up.
Can I make a request that you place those green druids in exactly the square they're in?
Which druids?
The green ones. In this area here. Yeah, all those.
You're messing up my beautiful circle.
I'm sorry, man. I just want to know for spells and shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, that should be in their squares now.
Okay. Okay. Oh shit, what's the range on this? Oh shit. Yeah, no, I can't do it this turn. Okay. Lou is going to... Well, I guess he's going to Eldritch Blast. And then he's going to shoot the... Going to shoot the one that Kovu hit, the one standing on top of this rock structure thing here.
Alright, sorry, which one?
This one.
Alright.
Pew pew pew!
23, 24, and 16 all hit as hit. That is his armor class with the 16.
The Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch
I
Blast!
think it's 3, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Then he's going to fly up. He's going to go like... Oh, he wasn't on a proper square. Hold on. He's going to fly up like 35 feet. So he's moved over and up 35 feet.
Okay.
And Mark is on the shoulder.
Gotcha. Beautiful. Yep, and I would say there's about 2 rounds left of Mark's Flame Breath before you would need to cast it.
Oh, I would have said it was gone. This has been well more
Okay,
than a minute. to
Yeah.
get
I was
here.
giving you, yeah, if you're gonna, okay, yeah.
No, don't worry about it. No.
Yeah,
I
it's
could do it
gone.
as a bonus action
Yeah.
now if I wanted, but
Yeah, okay.
I'm good.
Alright.
Appreciate it though.
Let's lose go. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's my turn.
This guy's gonna run up and chuck another, actually, he's gonna go at the flying person.
Try me, bitch.
Yeah, so he has disadvantage on this throw. No, wait. He's probably not that far away from you. No, he doesn't. That horribly misses. This is a very low throw. Hoof!
As it passes by my area in general, do I get any like hum of magic off it by any chance?
You don't get the hum of magic, but I'll say with your perception, you could tell it definitely seemed to be silvered. As they seems to be prepared for
Yeah.
the lycanthropy type, being natives to Barovia.
Okay, I shouldn't be where I am, but mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. All right, but mistakes can
Still
maybe
go
be
high,
rectified as Shield Guardian's up.
Shield Guardian. You gonna... Wait, what's the speed? It's 30. Okay, you gonna jump on down. Run around here. And attack this guy to his top right. Pew. Pew. Oof. Oh, take it like a bitch.
Now, natural 20. Both definitely hit.
I bet you they're raging. They're raging, aren't they?
Yeah, they're definitely raging. But it definitely, I mean, that's a pretty decent amount of damage. That's just the fists come in.
30.
He
That's
has to
more
take
than
a couple
30.
feet back, but it is this dude is raging and is enjoying this battle. All right, Ryland, as you were above, peering over the top deck, you see Lou kind of engaging with battle. This figure beginning to be pelted. For some reason, the berserkers have moved over to the druids, and battle is definitely being able to pick up and ensue here. So, what is Ryland and the Sunsword doing?
So, are they still hovering a bit over the ground, or is it?
Yeah, I
you
would
could step
say
right
y'all
off?
never gave me a thing, so I would say you're probably. I'm gonna just say it for y'all. I would say you're kind of like, you're 10 feet above this thing, so you're about 30 feet from the very bottom. So it'd just be a 10-foot drop onto the rocks.
Okay. That being the case, I am wondering if maybe it's time for some Blink Dog, because that wouldn't necessarily take that drop into account if he's just going straight, right?
Right. So yeah, you were. If you'd use the Blink Dog, you're not gonna take any. You wouldn't take any damage from like fall or anything like that. So
Perfect.
it would use up one of your attacks though.
Yeah.
To use it. Yeah.
All right. So initially, I was looking at these guys, but I think, oh, it's not lighting up for me. But the ones that the lose guardians after.
Oh, okay.
But I think that being the case, we're gonna go for this other one that's straight ahead. So, that's why, because I have this. Yeah.
This guy.
Let's go with
Okay.
this one instead.
Gotcha.
All right. So 40 feet, and then with the remaining 25, I believe, it's gonna get right up to it.
Yeah, you'd be able to.
Yep. And vanquish. If the Sunsword kind of, I don't know if he would have, the blade would have retracted at any point, but could have a dramatic moment where he kind of, brings it up and
I love it.
Looks at his reflection in the hilt.
Yep.
Vanquish.
Vanquish! That hits. And you are a swashbuckler, so you get sneak attack.
And then with his last 5 feet of movement, he's gonna jump back after that.
Alright, the guy wants to do something about that, but he just can't. You're too fast.
Nice.
Check yourself before you vanquish your enemy.
Yeah. Alright, there's a nasty
you better
blow.
be waving around your sword at home while playing. I'd be so disappointed if you weren't.
Oh my goodness.
Alright. The were-ravens are up. Let's see. He'll dash here. That's Adrian's action. Then one will fire.
Oh, I gotta protect him, don't I?
One will, yeah. One will. This guy will fire the ballista since it's been enough turns. He'll fire the ballista at this guy. If one of you guys want to roll for that one, it's a D20 plus 6. I'd rather y'all roll than me, just in case I miss.
No, you've been rolling great tonight. You should do it.
Shit.
That actually misses. He's able to just quickly dodge out of the way.
Sorry, what was that, Brian?
I said Scott should roll because he's been rolling amazing tonight.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, it's too late. Let's see. They're just going to be moving. They're just going to be moving into position. These guys are going to wait in and see if they get a chance to attack. Let's see. Davian's gonna run up to the edge and bring forth some lightning.
Yes. Oh, and because there's a storm, it'd be extra damage.
Yep. So he's gonna focus on bringing forth Call Lightning, as it's gonna do an extra D10 of damage. And he could do it within 120 feet.
Is he a Fey,
So he's gonna go this
Aberration,
way.
any of that stuff?
This is the Were Raven, so this is for y'all. This is not against y'all.
This is our
Okay.
side.
Yeah, this is your side. So he's gonna bring down the bolt right there. And those two need to make dex saves. It's a fail and a fail. They take 4d10 lightning damage.
Oh damn.
23 points of damage.
It's pretty good.
Do they look like their rage is resisting that?
No. Alright, so the druids are up. Some of them. As they shift and form into an eagle. And then this one will... Let's see. I think he's gonna this one will move and pick up this barbarian. And looks like he's picking up to fly him up to the ship.
Perfect.
This
Are your guardians still on the ship?
They last 8 hours, so yeah.
Let's take
There's-
the last 8 hours. Yeah, nice.
3 of them would be down 20 points, so they've only got
right.
40 left. I don't have control of these ones though. I'll just plop more down on top of them.
This one's gonna fly up to this one and begin to start picking up. Alright. And with that, Wolf, you are up.
Wolf becomes angry
Mhm.
and surges forward. To there. And he's swinging this 3-foot long bone club with this just massive, like knobbled bone and sinew and tendons on the end of it that are all like writhing and moving. And he yells, "Blood for the garden!" and starts attacking Ryland as the sinew whips out and this spiked piece of bone goes to stab towards Ryland.
Oh snap!
Oh goodness. Uncanny dodge.
Oh man, those are all really bad.
Oh, never mind.
Did you reckless?
I didn't see it on the sheet, but I would have.
Yeah, yeah, it should have been on there.
Okay, they will all be reckless.
That's my bad.
Oh, of course. Goes from all misses to all hits.
Why? Why? Why would you do that?
There needs to be blood for the garden.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So I
Calm down,
yeah,
Xander.
you can uncanny dodge Since I let you can uncanny dodge the most violent of those.
It looks like the 20.
Yeah.
43 points of damage then? Jesus.
Son of
Yep.
a bitch.
And I'm guessing that Litany of War only procs once per turn.
Right. So we do have one of those, which you should have access to the list. So we have one Litany of
Yep,
War
I do.
active for all those.
Blood.
Yep.
Blood. And that will end Vol's turn.
Beautiful.
What the actual freaking hell?
He sounds so sad.
All right. This one turns into a giant eagle and picks up this barbarian as they're gonna start moving. Let's see. They're right there.
I have questions.
Yes.
If Kobe uses one of his special arrows, does it deal damage or does it only do the effect?
It only does the effect for now.
Okay. I need to know.
As it flies up to hit this point. All right, Afton, you are up as you do see one figure getting in close, being held by a giant eagle. The others are starting to make their way on the eagles as the rest of your party is starting to make a battle on the ground.
Right. If someone is transformed into an eagle, would they count as a monster because they're technically
They
a
would
thing?
change to beast.
Yeah, they'd be
They wouldn't
beast.
be humanoid anymore.
Hmm. I'm gonna try and do dominate monster on the eagle carrying that person.
All right, yeah.
Alright.
The berserker's just like, hey, why you keep flying up? Stop.
Exactly.
All right, it needs to make a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, DC 18.
It'd be advantage because you're in combat. You have level 8 spells?
It's part of my
It's part of who she is.
Oh,
part
okay,
of,
right.
it's
The
part of maybe-
transformation.
Yeah,
Secret.
I get charm spells. Much fun.
Okay. I was like, how much am I missing out on by fucking multiclassing?
She's also losing. She's also losing hit points every night.
Yeah, I had to roll for hit points every night, and I lose them off my max HP.
So advantage
it-
on this.
Every time you use them, or
Well,
just every
if
night?
she uses, there's a powerful thing she can use that takes it away too. That's a
Yeah,
17.
Fail.
All right, so it is
Yeah.
dominated.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna say, use its full movement and then to dash up as high as it can, and then when it reaches, like, how fast can it fly?
They can
how fast?
fly about 80 feet. If they dash, even more so.
Okay, so like 160 feet. Yeah, so it would probably be just a free action to let go of something, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
just dash up 160 feet and let go of her above the rocks.
I mean,
All right.
it wouldn't be a terrible idea to send them flying through the thunderstorm either. Just
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
It
but
would
that would
be-
damage. That would damage
Yeah,
the.
and it's gonna
eagle,
start
though.
doing that on its turn. It will definitely
Yeah.
start doing
Okay.
that.
So.
Does that end Afton's turn?
Yes.
I would like to use one of those special actions.
Mm-mm.
Please do so.
legendary
Legendary
actions, you
actions.
piece of shit.
Um,
Son of a bit.
Wolf, seeing this go down, is going to beat his chest and yell, "Blood, blood," and use Exalted to
Beautiful.
cancel that charm.
Yes.
Oh, you bitch.
Yeah, and you see there's like paint alit on Wolf as it alights as his words give off power, and the the eagle is no longer dominated.
You bitch.
Fucking Zach.
Come at me, Sophie.
You built him to counter me, didn't you?
He builds everyone to just fuck with us.
Let's see.
My god, there's so much in the initiative.
Some eagle and a berserker gets right up in your face, Selena, but that's all they can do. Moru, you're up as you see two of the enemies approaching in the air next to the ship, while the others are making battle on the ground. What is Moru doing at this moment?
Seeing what just transpired with this guy right down here, he is going. Yeah. Did it look like his words are what caused that to stop doing things?
I would say, I mean, it did seem whatever he shouted out definitely made things stop being affected by whatever. As the eagle kind of started gliding upwards, it halted as Wolf gave out commands.
Alright. Moore's going to do two things. One, he's going to use his bonus action and 2 key points to cast Silence in a 40-foot radius. And then he's going to move this
Wait, what?
direction. I use 2 key points and cast Silence in a 40-foot radius around both.
Seems like a very big radius.
Not radius, diameter, sorry.
Yeah, 20-foot or 20-foot radius, yeah.
That should
yeah.
be 40.
There you go. You did it before I could.
Yeah, it is from end to end. Sorry.
Yep, it's the gray one.
Can I choose? Hold on, let me look at sounds. I want to see if it's an area or if it's like if there's a point. Can the point be a person?
No.
No.
Darkness can move, silence can't.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be on a
Otherwise,
person.
monks would be broken. Shadow monks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you can see through it, but it's going to be centered on him right there. So it's completely silent in there.
Yep.
And I say, he will not be doing that again. And then I will move up to, that guy, and I will fight him. I'll make a few strikes.
And that was that an action to do the silence?
That's bonus action to cast that.
Okay.
That'd be a 12. Would I have advantage if I was standing right here instead?
The way he's not like I would say no, not at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I'm sure 12 misses.
Yep. It just misses.
16.
That hits.
Okay. So it does 9 damage, and then I'll spend another key point to attempt to stun.
Right.
He probably has con. We'll see.
A little bit, not too much. That's a big time failure.
Nice.
So it
And
is
that
stunned
will-
in the claws of this eagle.
And that will end Moore's turn.
Beautiful. All right, this
So
guy's
I'll
gonna move
concentrate on
up
that.
this guy's gonna move up closer and chuck a javelin at. And hits, and actually will do some damage as it is silvered. 8. And
Not
does some
against me.
damage with it being silvered, but that's the creature's turn.
It's against me, yeah?
No, it wasn't against you. It's
Okay.
against the Rare Raven down here. All right, Selena, you are up.
Who is this wild looking thing over here? Or what does she look like, anyways?
So she is covered in red paint, which may be blood. She's just a crimson kind of painted figure. Dual blading long swords is kind of clasped around her shoulders. Is eagle claws, as she's definitely seems to know battle very well.
Alright.
Wearing kind of this weird kind of wolf bone armor.
I'm going to cast. Well, hold person wouldn't work on the eagle then, right? 'Cause it's not a person anymore.
Does it say humanoid, right, for hold person?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would not work.
So it would not. Then I will cast spiritual weapon at. Let's see. I want to upcast that. I think I'll cast it at level 4. And I'm going to see if I can kill that eagle.
Gotcha. All right, so that's gonna, if you hit, it's 2d8 plus your.
3d8 because I'm upcasting it.
It upcasts every 2 levels.
Yeah, so I'm casting at level 4.
Yeah.
So wouldn't
It's
that
level
be?
2.
Does it do 2? Okay, I'm confused.
It's a level 2 spell.
It's a level 2 spell, but you got to upcast it twice to get that
Yeah, he
extra
cast it at
damage.
4th level.
So
Yeah,
it's
he has
2d8.
Fourth level.
Yeah, so it's 2d8, not 3d8.
Yes, it'll be 2d8.
It's 2d8. You have to upcast it twice to get 1 extra d8 for spiritual weapon.
So I
You have to cast it
at
at
4 won't work.
for 2d8 it will. To get 3d8 from spiritual weapon, you have to cast it at 6th level. Yeah, read the end of it. Says when you cast this spell using a let's see.
Yeah.
At
increases by
3rd
1d8
level or
every
higher.
time spells
Yeah,
above-
every
Or
2 slots
spots.
above
it'd
the
be fourth,
second.
right?
Yeah, so you
2d8.
get 2d8. Yeah, from spiritual weapon.
I'm literally not following that.
Every
Okay,
2
the
slots
base damage.
is
The
1d8.
base damage is 1d8. When you cast it at 4th level, it becomes 2d8. At 6th level, it becomes 4d8. At 8th level, it becomes whatever.
I thought it was
2d8.
2d8 at level 2.
Wait, wouldn't it be 3d8?
No, it's one
Level
No.
1d8 in level 2
It would be
because it is a
2d8.
second level spell.
No. At level 6, wouldn't it be 3d8, not
Right,
4d8?
at level 6 it's 3d8.
Okay.
It's weird. That's the only spell that's like that when you upcast it.
Okay, then instead of
No,
spiritual
there's other
weapon,
spells.
I'll cast banishment on. Well, how high is the ship off the ground?
From the it's 30 feet off the ground.
30 feet. Nah, banishment wouldn't do anything then. Screw it. Would I have advantage if I cast guiding bolt on her then? Because she's can't dodge, right?
She's more like grappled than restrained.
Nah.
Yeah.
What
sorry.
the hell? I'll do it anyways. Then I'll cast it at level 2 as well.
Gotcha. So that'll definitely do more damage.
Ha.
That one misses, unfortunately.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, the natural one.
Okay.
You staying put?
I'll move over to her, pull out my shield, and just plant myself in front of her.
Gotcha. Yeah, Davian's gonna start needing some protection if she gets on the ship. All right. Another giant eagle forms. will swoop right there. Alright, that guy's just gonna go for a ride. That guy's going for a ride. So he's readying to attack when he gets near someone. And the Elder Druid will now take his turn. As he is going to shift forms as well. Let's see, where is it? Alright, as he begins to shift forms, his size doubles and twists, turning into a hideous, small-armed reptilian creature.
Oh god, no.
The T-Rex! Ah!
And instantly, just this waft of decay spreads. That definitely pick up on anyone down fighting below.
Is that not natural, or is it just got a
Oh,
wicked nasty breath?
Definitely seems of the undead sort.
Fuck. Oh!
That was quite the reaction.
That means I can turn undead.
Yeah, same.
Nice.
And undead have
So
disadvantage with
dash.
my holy symbol. But I got so many things I want to do. Ugh. Sometimes I wish I was just a fighter and I could just go up and hit things. Life is so much simpler.
Right?
And here, I wish Rylan had more things he could do besides just hit things.
But you do so much damage though.
But Rylan is all damage.
Yeah.
All damage.
Oh yeah.
I would love to be in your position because Warrior can't really do much. Obviously, utility.
We've all got our things, and I like that.
We've all got our kinks. What? Things. I said things.
I was thinking nuances, but
It's recorded. It was definitely kinks.
Scott, I will wire you $20 if you delete that recording.
That's too bad.
Don't you dare.
I could maybe go back and try to edit it out, but probably
Don't
not.
do it.
no, now it's also got you trying to blackmail. So,
This
Not blackmail.
this eagle swoops
Right.
up behind you, Lou, but it doesn't attack.
Do it.
Kovu, you are up. They're definitely moving in on the ship and your family. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh god, I'm sorry, I hit my microphone. I want to try something, but I don't think it's going to work. Ooh. Okay, can I make a regular attack and use one of Devil Strings abilities?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to make a regular attack at. Oh god, where did she go? There she is.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah. So that one is now an undead.
Oh,
T-Rex.
she turned into the
Yep.
T-Rex. Oh. Okay.
I'm just keeping the
Okay.
token on the map.
Okay. Okay. I understand. Okay, never mind. He's going to focus for this guy then. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Okay.
Kovu, yes.
So, okay. He is going to try and do isn't going to work because this guy is probably really, really strong. But I'm going to do it anyway because he seems like his weapon is really bad. So I'm going to do, I think it's called the batter bang.
Yep.
Shit, why are you being weird? My devil string street is being really weird right now. Devil string shit, why? Open it back up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the batter bang arrow. I guess I should roll the hit first. Go to this. 20.
That Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, that will hit Wolf.
Okay. Perfect. But I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. You're raging, so you got to. Oh, yeah.
Here come the
Oh
squeeze.
god!
Yeah. So
That don't work. Oh,
yeah.
god.
So as
Yeah,
that arrow hits, there's this spiny black tendril that begins to try to wrap around your weapon as it yanks, trying to take your weapon away. Wolf, just all roids and rage, holds on to his weapon.
Come on, if you had disadvantage, I would have.
I imagine the aberration's arm lashes out and rips it off.
Yeah,
of
that's
itself.
So at the end, just cuts it off.
Okay, Clovis gonna hop down from the crow's nest. And it's gonna get a little bit closer. How much feet can I move? 10. This is probably very bad. Too bad. If I move here, and I here. Okay, never mind. That doesn't matter. I'm not gonna do that then. Not going to do that then. I lie. I lie.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. I was going to see if I could get in the range of Hunter's Mark, but I can't. Okay. Then I'm just going to shoot a regular attack, I guess.
At Wolf.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I know I have favorite enemy against undead, so I could do that. No, it's fine. I'm just gonna do it.
Hit the
against
thing
Wolf.
that's gonna kill Rylan.
Yep.
Well, wait, what's the thing?
Yeah, which thing?
The
There's
one that you
multiple
tried to
things.
disarm. The one that did like 60 points of damage.
Oh yeah, that's what I. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna hit the wolf.
Ryland is in a very poor
God,
position
no.
right now.
I'm gonna look that. I'm going
That's
to
huge.
make it better. Make it better.
All
20.
attacks have advantage
22,
though,
yeah.
because he.
Okay.
All your attacks have advantage,
Yeah,
so you
all
use
those
the one
attacks-
for that.
Oh really?
True, yeah, because I was attacking recklessly.
Oh, okay. So I didn't need to use full combat. Okay, 22.
22 hits.
And because
Yeah.
Devil String's magical, does the rage still diminish that?
Yes, rage diminishes all damage.
For Wolf.
Yeah.
There's no specification on magic. Yeah.
Damage.
Okay, okay. And then.
It's non-magical damage unless you go Path of the Bear.
Yeah, there's one that does do magic, but the basic is just for basic weapons, I believe.
There's nothing basic about Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf is taking resistant. He's resistant to a lot of shit.
Okay.
So he's basically Path of the Bear for level 3, basically. But
Oh, and because
Sounds
I
like
was technically hiding, do I get sneak attack?
you have advantage, so yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had advantage, so yes.
Yes, sneak attack. Okay, now I hide.
Your first attack doesn't deal damage?
No,
She used
I
the
used
batter
another
bang.
ability.
Okay.
She used a special arrow. Yeah. That guy's stunned, right? So he can't do jack shit.
Which one? The one right next to Moore?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's done.
Yep.
He
that
spent
one's stunned.
big stun.
Yeah.
GG.
This guy's gonna attack. This guy's attacking Adrian. Not our precious angel boy Adrian, but Were Raven Adrian.
Adrian!
My precious.
21 to hit. That does hit. It didn't crit though.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
But still 50. Yeah, it didn't crit, so it's not as bad. But 15 points. Is a
15
nasty
points
blow
still
with
pretty
this, and these are definitely silvered weapons. They're not magical, but they're definitely silvered.
Basically, these guys have been in Barovia long enough to know that if they want to deal any damage to anything,
Yep.
subtle weapons is the way to go.
This guy taps on the eagle's claws and drops, and is gonna fall down. Well, not really fall. Maybe fall like 3 feet and attack Moru. Not at advantage.
Nope.
It's a 14, which I believe misses. Man, if I had advantage, I'd be doing really well. That's the Berserker's turn. Let's see. Volka's gonna try something. Alright, yep. Volka will swing and kind of jump off using momentum with a swing and lands on the edge right here. And she's gonna lay in.
Hi, Sparta, kick her off the ship.
This is
To
Sparta.
react.
Let's see. She is going to. Yeah, she's just gonna attack twice against the more heavily armored creature as she comes down with.
Selena's wearing a full plate, so
Yeah, she's definitely going after you. Seeing that you have more armor,
Yeah.
she's more enticed by the person that seems more melee to do some damage. So 2 attacks coming your way.
go for it.
Yep, she's doing recklessly, so she has advantage on these.
Oh, it does.
So 26 to hit.
Yep.
And another 26 to hit.
Yep.
And I took it off Whisper. So from the first, you suffer 11 points of slashing damage and 10 poison damage, as the sword seems to be laced with poison. And then the next one does 9 slashing and 10 poison as well. And that is her turn.
Yeah.
All right, Lou, as a zombie T-Rex is charging in on kind of above, close to Ryland. Wolf probably still stares out at you a bit. Eagles carrying berserkers are heading towards the ship. There's one eagle behind you. What are you doing?
Lou is going to. Wait, what level are we? We're level 12, right?
Yeah,
Or 13? 12.
12.
12.
Okay. um. Okay. Hearing Ryland say that, what he just said in chat, Lou's going to fly here. He's going to use his bonus action to activate the holy symbol of Ravenkind
Mm-hmm.
and use Radiant Guard, which gives the target 1d10 plus twice my level temporary HP for the next 1 minute. And I choose Ryland.
Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
You get 31 temporary HP.
Holy crap.
Yep, and mark those charges off too.
Correctamundo.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lou will channel his inner amazingness and activate Radiant Soul as a few silver streaks go through his black hair.
Yep,
A
beautiful.
few white feathers come into his black wings.
Mark's like,
Oh
fuck yeah,
my.
he's gorgeous!
And fuck it, these like glowing ravens now become his spirit guardians as they just flock around him. And Lou's going to move right here, 15 feet up. I'll actually put a radius for that.
they'll take damage at the start of their turn,
Correct.
which I think one of them is coming up.
And last thing is Mark is going to fly here and take the help action.
Gotcha. Cool,
Not
cool.
for Island,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately.
All right. So this guy's gonna take some damage from your spirit guardians. Wisdom
The-
save, right?
Correct.
That's a 4.
Oof. Nice.
Whoops.
Do these guys look resistant to all damage, or is it just
These guys definitely are getting a little bit of radiant microwave damage. Their faces are melting from your glorious wings and ravens. But this one's still alive, as it is going to take one of its other javelins and chuck it your way.
okie dokie?
A 21 to hit.
Hits.
You take 6 piercing silver damage.
I take 3 damage.
Yeah, that's true.
My shield guardian
Yeah,
takes
6-3.
3.
Yep. And with that, that's his turn. I don't think it's too rage to even know what's really doing that damage, so he's gonna stay put. Shield Guardian is up to smash it.
Shield guardian is going to charge. Run here. And he's going to shove the big fucker prone.
Okay.
Ooh.
A couple things are gonna attack him as he runs away.
Okay.
So he gets a 22,
Hits.
12 slashing, and then a bite. 26 to hit.
Hits.
That's 37
Oh my God.
piercing. And I don't think the Shield Guardian's large, so it doesn't get grappled.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, that would have been really shitty.
Yeah, so he's going. So I need an athletics check from you, Zach.
Alright.
Shield Guardian has advantage because Mark is helping.
I have advantage
Shit.
because I'm angry.
Okay. He's going to try again with a second attack. This time not an advantage. 21.
That's pretty good. Oh.
Yes, you're prone.
Oh, we got it. I can retaliate at that, can't I?
Yeah.
Did I hit you?
They
Or did
weren't
I...
attacks.
I
Technically.
was
Yeah, probably.
shoved. My personal space has been invaded.
This is not a safe space.
Swear to God, if you kill my Shield Guardian.
That's 24 for 17 bludgeoning damage. That is magical damage.
He's
as well.
definitely gonna kill your Shield Guardian.
Wait, how do you have advantage?
He reckless that time, so he still has reckless.
My retaliation has advantage as well.
Oh,
yeah.
does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that proc Litany of War? The
Yeah.
retaliation?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this?
If it uses your voice.
Don't worry about
It's
it.
not. Yeah,
Thing.
we didn't collude. There's no collusion here
Lies.
between me and Zach. All right, so Shield
Calm
Guardian,
down, Trump.
Ryland, you are up.
Alright. So sadly he's not prone, right?
He is prone.
Oh, he is?
He is
Yeah.
prone. He
Despite
just
all
got
that
an
Yeah, he
attack.
is.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you would have had disadvantage because you were prone. So that would have been a 13 to hit.
Hey.
Well,
Eh,
It would've
it would have
balanced out.
proc the first time he shoved me.
Yeah.
So,
first,
I guess that's up to Scott.
I would say it
The
would have
first
been
time
at
he
the.
shoved me,
Yeah.
I could hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is Ryland doing?
Fucking colluders.
Alright, so Ryland, admittedly, he was also kind of mesmerized by Lou for a second. Because that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
But when he
He's
gets,
beautiful.
yes, when he comes back to his senses, he'll thank him telepathically for that boost. And he will start in on his plan here. So he's gonna run up to Wolf. And he's gonna Vanquish.
Beautiful.
He's
he
gonna
is-
try.
He's prone, so you do have advantage now.
Oh, baby. Let's do this.
Damages. Oh,
All right.
Hits.
18 does hit.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Oh, jeez. So, the original plan was once healed, he was going to run up and hit him, and then dash toward the green light. However, with him being prone, oh.
Suck him up, baby.
advantages. Do it.
Ah!
Vanquish.
Do it.
Vanquish. I sense the evil within this creature.
All right.
Maddened, enraged.
Wait, what's Tiamat's Bane like special ability? It has one, doesn't it?
I think it takes an action to activate, though, or maybe an action.
I cannot find it.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Oh,
actually
there it is.
have. Oh, is
Well-
it in there?
It also has a special ability. It should be in there somewhere.
Yeah, you can use an action to cause 6 black poison to coat the blade. The poison remains for 1 minute until an attack.
It wasn't
succeed on
that
a-
one I was referring to. It was the one where you basically crit
Yeah.
constantly for.
Yeah, you can
5
make.
rounds.
It takes an action to beseech the spirits within, and if you
Mhm.
get a 20, if you meet the DC of 20 persuasion check, then it will accept your plea. And for the next 5 rounds, all your attacks with that weapon will be a critical.
Nice.
But it loses
Ah.
it forever. I
Yeah.
forgot that part.
Right.
So,
But it'll lose that property
However-
forever.
In this case, especially since the Sunblade is so keen on vanquishing, how about he just flips it to his offhand?
Do it.
Yeah, and he's also going to say "Seer"
Oh my.
as he makes this strike. All right.
Is it 22?
So the Seer adds additional 1d6 radiant damage.
And you have, I think, 3 charges of that. You can spend all 3 if you want.
Oh,
But it's
all
almost
at
like a
once?
it's almost like a smite. So if you hit, when you hit is when you get to choose if you want to use it. So like if you ever get a critical,
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, that's so bad.
Yeah, maybe was there at least one more?
yeah, you can do
And
2.
then-
Yeah, so you'll have 1 charge left after this.
Okay, maybe we'll save the next one, hopefully.
Yep. So
Okay, that makes
6
sense.
from that, and then the damage.
Oh, whoops, yeah, I didn't do that there. Alright, and I can't dash, unfortunately, but he is going to use the rest of his movement to get away from all this. So that was 10, so he can do 20. It's not going to get him far, but
Yep. And Wolf doesn't get to attack because you're a swashbuckler.
yeah.
Plus
I
dis-
also already used my reaction.
That's true. All right, where ravens are gonna go?
Adrian!
Adrian's gonna attack. He's gonna do 1 peck at this dude, and then follow up with a spear. That's horrible. Ah. Adrian's doing horrible.
No, I'm not. I'm doing as best I can.
Alright, this eagle is going to...
So how's Wolf looking?
If you would like to describe
Angry.
it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just angry. There's no other descriptors that fit Wolf.
This eagle dashes in, will drop the berserker. And that's its go. This eagle will swoop in and claw at Moru. So I think the beak gets you
The big catches me.
for 5 piercing.
Okay, cool. Noted, and I will make my con save. Natural 20.
Yep, for
Sounds
size.
just a low.
Yep. All right, Wolf, it is your turn.
How is Ryland looking?
I'm not telling you that.
Ryland
He's
definitely has some wounds, but
yeah, but he's unreadable. He's you know. It looked bad when you first hit him. Now he's looking a lot better, and he is also looking pretty angry.
yeah.
Hmm.
After the Angel Man did something, looking a lot better after your attacks.
I hate the Angel Man.
Try something.
Wolf is gonna stand and start swinging the club around his head, and the tendrils of like sinew and tendons with that hooked shard of bone at the end are gonna slash at both the Mark and the Shield Guardian. I need them to make 3 dexterity saves.
Each?
Yep.
Yep.
The fuck?
What are you?
He's death.
Shield Guardian, I assume, succeeds.
He has to make
Uh,
3.
Well, I was going with. Okay, yeah, sure.
Wow. Last one fails.
And Mark has advantage if this is magical.
It's not.
It's,
It's a weapon attack.
it's a magical weapon, though.
I mean, that's up to Scott. That's not a
Is it
spell.
Is it magic effect?
I would say from the
I don't
nature
know.
of the thing, I would say because it's a magical weapon, it's a magical effect that it's allowing it to do it. So I'd say he has
Yeah.
advantage on it. So
25, 22, 22.
Okay.
ha
So
hoo, he ha.
the Shield Guardian's gonna take 1 round of damage for 26.
Fucking hell, that damage.
Damn.
And it's
Oh
all
shit, I've got to add 10 HP to
yeah.
him last round.
and it's all silent too.
Yeah, there's no
silent.
sound coming
It's silent but deadly.
Make hard
I
sound.
think.
Really? Is that what we're at right now?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think at the end of my turn, I'm going to use another one of those actions.
You can't do it on the end of your turn. You can do it on the end of other people's turn. If
I
it's
can do it on the end of any creature's turn.
I would say
I believe.
it would have to be. It would be your turn. It'd be the. So,
Okay.
like, there's
I'll
another
do it-
enemy
I'll do it after
going.
the next one then.
Yeah.
I'll do it after the next turn then.
All right. So, this eagle.
Did you ever stand up, by the way?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah.
So. This eagle's actually gonna fly up. Let's see. So it's about 30. So it's gonna move about 65 feet there, and then further up in the air, as it shifts form and falls. Quite a ways, about 80 feet. And it's going to fall onto you, Ryland. So make a dexterity saving throw.
You got it. And also, evasion would come into play with this, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. It's been a while since I've looked at evasion. So.
If you fail, you still take half damage.
12,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
All right. So that does fail, so you're taking half this damage. So you take half of 31 as
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy falls down as you dodge partially, but it slams as this guy just crumples, just kaputs to blood and gore, just kamikazing you.
Ugh. Yikes.
And you see mushrooms and decay instantly begin to sprout from his blood and whatever's left of his body.
Ryan's getting splattered with all kinds of things today. He does not like that.
So that's the end of that creature's turn. And,
I'm going to use an action to attack the Shield Guardian.
All right. Yep. Use one of the legendary things. Yep. It's 17 bludgeoning.
And that is magical damage.
Yep. Afton, you are up as you see one of the druids, Kamikaze Ryland. Wolf seems to be doing battle with the Shield Guardian, Ryland. Lou is beginning to lay waste to some of the many of the creatures with his Raven spiritual guardians. There are definitely some of them are boarding the ship. What are you doing?
Right, well, this situation over here looks like not a fun time. So I'm going to go ahead and subtle spell this, just in case that helps things. So I'm going to go and put a wall of fire right fucking here so he can't attack the Shield Guardian or Roland anymore unless he steps through it. So get fucked. Also, it's like right on top of him, so he'll have to make a dex save or take damage. Or, I mean, he will, regardless of whether.
Does he have danger sense?
Yeah. Oops.
Didn't matter.
This is good.
Like right there.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's just between him, the Shield Guardian, Ryland, so it's defending them essentially.
Gotcha.
And then the side facing him is the
Damage
part
side.
that does damage.
Okay.
So even if it was touching the Shield Guardian, it wouldn't get hurt because that's not the side that does damage. So. And it is pretty high, so I don't know how high up that eagle is either.
Yeah, it's about 30 feet high, so how high does it reach?
Oh, never mind. It's only 20 feet high.
Okay, yeah. It's not quite reaching the eagle.
Actually, if I made it shorter, I can make it higher up, can't I? Because you can kind of change the dimensions, can't you? So if I made it like 50 feet long, I can make it 10 feet higher, couldn't I? Right? That's how that works, right? Am I wrong?
I don't.
Stone walls, but
I think that works for like Wall of
Yeah,
Force.
it works like Wall of Force. Wall of Fire, its dimensions are more set. Unfortunately.
Okay, never mind then. That's fine. That's fine.
And did you say the side that would hurt would be Ryland's side?
No,
this
it's
side.
no.
Oh, okay, other side. Okay, good.
yes.
All right.
And
That's your.
then, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
that's your
ahead.
go. All right. Let's see.
Oh, and I'm gonna move. I'm going to move back and up. So I'm going to move a little bit back. Let's see.
Gotcha.
15 feet back and then 15 feet, like not like up, but like as in I'm higher up, like I'm flying.
Gotcha. All right. This eagle will move forward a bit, drop off its.
I think I'm going to hit the Shield Guardian again.
Yeah, there's one left.
You can't see him. The wall is opaque.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh well, never mind then.
Yeah, that is true.
No, you rolled at disadvantage. You missed.
No, if
fine.
I can't see him, I'm not going to swing.
Okay.
All right. Oops. So the that's you, Moro.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Don't move me.
So the eagle moves up forward. It lets go of the berserker, and it
Who's
soars.
done?
Yeah, who soars up, and will do a similar tactic to Afton. No,
So
actually,
question.
no, actually, it's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna do it to Afton.
If he just dropped him, it's the berserker is stunned.
It's
The
I
berserker
set
is-
it. It set it where it was on the. It's like prone on the ground of the ship. It moved forward to let him go.
Okay.
And then it's gonna fly up, and try to kamikaze Afton. So Afton, make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. Oh, no. It's going to be bad. Dexterity. Not nice.
And I will say this, Lou, if you want to, this could take away a decent amount of damage if you want to do some. If the Guardian of Faith would do some damage, so it's going to cut off 20 points of damage from this as it falls.
If it fails.
Oh, it's save. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dexterity, right? It's a dexterity.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna actually
Yeah, it
mark
fails.
how much they have left on them.
Yeah,
So
it fails.
I'd say the one at the top here.
So, because it took off, it basically like slammed into it. It does hit you, but it only does 17 points of damage to you.
That saved my ass.
As you see it, as its blood and gore is atop the ship now, you see little sprouts of mushrooms begin to form.
Wolf is screaming his head off in this cone of silence.
It's like he's at one of those parties where they're wearing like the headsets, you know.
Yeah.
And it's from the outside it seems silent, but inside it's just
The
Like-
silent rave parties.
yeah. That's what it's like for Wolf and everyone in there right now.
He's screaming his head off. It looks like the veins in his neck are about to
Yeah,
explode.
there's a freaking wall of fire right there. Yeah. All right, Moru, now you're up. That guy, I guess he's not stunned because it's the start of your turn now.
No, it lasts until the end of my turn.
Oh, well, yeah, he's definitely
Where is he?
very
Right now?
vulnerable. He's right there.
He's right there.
Yeah.
I shove him off.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I just like as part of my movement just shove him, just elbow him, just let.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll take my step forward. I'll take the opportunity attack from that guy too. Because I'm sure that's what makes this possible.
Yeah. Ooh, he takes a decent amount of fall damage. 15. That misses.
Misses. And then he will bonus action draw the rat dagger and point it to about here and use plague ability.
Gotcha.
Let me move my square circle.
I feel like I'm being focus fired a little
You
bit.
definitely are.
Well, yeah, you ended my effect. Of course I have to focus hard.
You scary, bro. Probably right
You
there.
shouldn't have messed with the succubus.
Yeah, that's good. So I'll create it basically right here, and it will be 30 foot. So everything in there at the start of their turn, they need to make a charisma save versus 15 whenever they start their turn to move, and that was a bonus action. So Moru will jump off and move 45 feet to here. And then is Wolf still on the ground, or is he standing at this point?
He's standing.
Okay.
In the fire.
Oops. I will use my two ranges. Don't think I have advantage, so 13 I think misses. Actually, did you reckless? Because if you did, that's a crit.
I did not reckless last turn.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't.
He did
I used the AoE.
that ability thing where everyone had to make a dex save. Okay, cool. And then 19.
That will hit.
Make a con save, please. Yeah, you're fine. You take 11 points of piercing damage. Wolf. And so as Moru like shoves this guy, pulls the dagger and jumps at the same time, points it and lands, it creates this aura, and then he runs forward while shooting 2 feathers. That one dismissed.
Played, bro.
You said you wanted to let's go.
This guy moves in. Great axe. Misses. Selena, what are you doing as this Red Fury is before you? Another Berserker and Eagle right here.
She's going to move on to this side, or hopefully flanking.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna like look her up and down and say, "You know, they say my mother was quite a wild woman, but you make her look civilized." And she's going to cast Banishment on her.
Gotcha. Charisma save, right?
Yes, sir. 17 is the DC.
She's gone.
Yeah,
Nice.
boy. I mean, girl.
Get fucked.
And then I don't think there's anything I can really do.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So,
that plague is on me.
who's this person right here?
This one?
Yeah.
That's one of the rare ravens.
I'll move over here to protect him.
He's trying to stay within the Guardian of Faith if
10,
anyone gets
15, 20. Yeah, I
close
can
by.
get there.
There we go. Fixed.
Alright. Guy heads for Davian. Hits him. 7.
If it's starting its turn in my radius, it needs to make a charisma save.
Yeah.
Or if it intends to do anything. Sorry. Yeah, that fails. If it's not at advantage.
Yeah, it's gonna chuck a javelin at you, Moru.
Okay, cool. It has a minus D4. Ooh. Hold on. I think my armor class is 18. Or not 18.
Yeah, so it misses.
Yeah. No, my armor class is 18, so it would have hit me, but it missed.
Yeah, but it misses with the D4.
Oh, dang it. It was... I can't catch it, though, and send it back.
I mean, it's ranged.
I know. So can I deflect missile with it?
I think you should be able to with...
So I'm going to use... This is the first time I'm going to use this, actually. So as it comes at me with it... Because, yeah, it says missile.
Yeah.
So I guess with the javelin, I'll catch it as the javelin comes. Mor will take the claw will grab it and break it, and as it will shoot back. Actually, I have to do enough. So let's see. It is... That's if I get hit with it, I believe. So hold on. Double check how to work. Yeah, it says whenever I use the deflect missile feature. So no, it wouldn't happen because it missed, so I can't reduce damage. So no.
Gotcha. Alright, so that's the Berserker's go. It's gonna move in and go after you, Moru. I guess it needs to make a D4, right?
Yeah,
Or
and
charisma.
did it make a charisma save? DC 14, by the way.
It fails.
Nice. So it has a minus D4 to anything it intends to do.
Yep. It's going to bite you.
Sweet. Probably gonna hit me.
Oh, it makes a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, because it started his turn.
The 25 to hit you.
Yeah, it's gonna hit me regardless.
Yeah.
It's in difficult terrain. Not going to make a difference. I can clearly get there, but
Wisdom. I got a 20 on the wisdom.
son of a bitch.
So it takes.
Still takes 9 radiant.
Yeah.
So how much damage am I taking?
You take 35 piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Okay, so half of 35, 34 is 17, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the DC to keep sounds up. Nope, I failed.
Yep. So silence is gone. And so we get another litany of war. So we're back up to 2. And then while you're grappled like within its jaws. You notice this mushroomy head of this druid appear out of the creature's throat, and it looks at you, Moru. It says, "Yes, we have come to make battle this day. We will battle for rot and ruin, for the one who is ancient and the land. We will all die in glorious battle and rise to be Strahd's army." And then he disappears back within the throat. And then he's going to tail slap Lou, but I actually don't think it's going to do anything to you. So,
You can still see if it hits.
yeah, so we'll see just imagery-wise if it hits. The 15, I think that misses you.
Yep.
Yep, so it
That-
tries to
that's
swipe it
right.
with its tail, but it misses.
Yeah.
Alright, it is 10:07 and we're coming near the end, so we'll see. Let's quickly get to the... Alright. This guy's looping around, makes a wisdom save. Needs to make a wisdom save. 15, so he's going to take some damage from your spiritual guardians.
Da, 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 da. 17. I always roll good damage with this.
Yep. Alright.
Now that I've said it, I'll never do it again.
Misses. Alright. This guy's gonna fly up and do another kamikaze attack on Ryland. So another dex save, Ryland.
Another evasion.
Oh,
Ho ho.
Yeah, so this guy, you are able to dodge this time. So you suffer no damage as it just kaplats on the ground. Blood
Ugh.
seeping and quickly mushrooms form. Alright. And with that, we're at the top of the round, so it is 10:09. So I guess we'll get a gauge. I mean, each round's taken quite a bit, so I think this might be a good stopping point, and we'll pick up next week at the top of the round with Kovu going, because we got a lot. So I think this is a good stopping point,
I'm good with it.
or as good as we're probably gonna find. So
How, out of curiosity, just because I'm thinking about what to do for my one starting off next week.
yeah,
How is he looking?
Wolf looks great.
yeah,
Yeah, he's just angry.
he's angry,
Okay.
pissed. You know he's taking some blows, but he's made of heck of tough stuff.
He has actually taken 30 points of damage so far.
my spirit, or my shield guardian has taken 100 points of damage so far.
Yeah,
He's
the
not
Shield
looking
Guardian's
good.
helping some of y'all out because it's taking a lot of damage that Wolf is dishing.
It's soaking it.
I am going to destroy that shield guardian.
Much like a Balrog, actually. Or
Well, he
Wolf.
did,
Right.
what,
I have an
60
idea.
some odd points to Rylan, and it only wasn't
Mhm.
damage because of the uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I think I know what I'm going to do.
T-Rexes.
Yep.
Ah, God.
Say goodbye to your shield guardian, Adrian.
Oh,
No.
you think it would be that easy?
Yep.
Zach exists just to ruin this campaign.
Don't
That's what I'm here
marry.
I blame Sophie for that. Sophie was the one who came up with the idea that Zach would play a load of NPCs.
Yep.
Scott, point of clarification, please.
Yes. What's
With
that?
Shadow Step, can I plant my feet in this thing's mouth and Shadow Step to lose guardian?
Don't query.
We're probably gonna make you have to make some sort of check. I mean, it's more your torso's in and your feet's kind of dangling. So we'll have to see once it's your turn.
Okay.
Got this.
I
I'm
was
gonna
wondering
save
if
your
it was
guardian,
possible.
Lou.
If not, I was going to do something else, but I was going to get out of his mouth regardless.
I already made it so he couldn't attack with once with my wall of fire, and now Kobe's gonna come save the day. Watch.
Oh,
Don't worry. I am best tactical master.
I think I'm just gonna start grappling and dragging people into the fire.
I mean, that was my plan. I was going to make you prone and then grapple you.
Oh, don't worry. Don't you worry. I've got an idea. I've got that.
Well,
It's
yeah.
a good idea. Don't worry. It involves dragging things and forcing them into fire too.
Yep.
Via
Oh, shit.
nuke.
Yep. The battle's just starting, so we'll pick up next week with the third round of combat. So we'll see how this goes.
these rounds are so long.
Yep. Well, y'all are gonna start knocking off them, and it's gonna get shorter and shorter. But there's a lot of people in tow. But y'all are like level 12, so sometimes battles are gonna be like this. So, but yeah, sweet.
Maru, how much HP are you down? Oh, you're down a lot because you just got bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm only on 31 points because of my key.
He is literally in a dinosaur's mouth right
Yeah.
now.
What's with you
Oh,
and
that's not a
T-Rexes,
problem.
man?
Jay has been here many times, actually.
Yeah, what's with you and T-Rexes?
I always seem to get eaten. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's only when Zach's around.
Yep.
It's
This
true.
is true. This is absolutely true.
It all started with Wigbert one-shotting you.
Yep.
It really did. And then ever since then, I should have known. I should have realized that it'd be teleporting or it'd be getting so close that he just come. Oh, God. I just didn't think.
Wait, did Valen, did he polymorph you into a T-Rex in that bath scene with Kapesk and
Yes, he
Arya? Or... Okay.
I got to be
Everybody was layers of T-Rex and other polymorph spells.
I swear to God, though, if Zach has legendary resistances, I'll actually get angry.
Wolf is having a lovely day.
Yep.
Really.
Y'all haven't
Probably
yeah.
does.
You don't know if he does or not.
He probably does. Don't worry, though.
I will
Don't
say
worry,
something though.
don't worry.
Y'all have I guess maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I'll let y'all figure it out.
Don't worry.
Y'all have continue that sentence there. Scott?
I've got this.
I mean, I might let y'all figure it out. There's something that hasn't been part of this battle yet. That
Cannon.
I think y'all see. I mean, y'all could definitely cannon. You could use cannons to bombard.
Are you gonna?
There's-
Would you put that on initiative roll of 20?
I mean, I can. I mean, well, the
Uh,
cannons are gonna be like y'all will get to use them like once. The cannons.
Scott, I made a Wolf doc in the its Zach
Okay,
folder,
nice.
and
Nice.
I had the legendary action counter in there.
Sweet. Yeah, we're at 2 now. So
Zach,
Yeah, 2 right now. What's up?
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is Wolf just you as a, like 4 years ago when you were a heavy metal singer and guitarist? Just a
Yes.
bard out there?
Yes, this is actually me at age 26.
nice. Y'all killed my moth. I'm not happy about that.
That's why you made it so hard.
What was that thing going to do?
Well, I had the moth was. I mean, the moth was there to try to slow y'all down a bit, but y'all did pretty well with that. So.
I am best coffin.
Yeah, COVID was just
I
killing
think
it
the
from
moth
afar.
actually saved us a lot, right? Because the moth came at us, so Afton moved us away from the moth, which put us at disadvantage for the rock throwing things.
Right, it helped a bit for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was like no the tree. Yeah, so y'all did pretty good with that. So, yep. And then taking out some of the army. So we'll see what's going on with that next time. Yeah. So I think y'all will get through this battle. We'll see. But be prepared for more battle and battle.
Scott,
Yeah.
I have a character concept for the next campaign if I do end up joining.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think everyone enjoys you here, so I am 100% for you for being. If you want to be like an actual character, you can. That's to me, it's up to you. If you want to be,
Is it the one we talked about?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So, if you want to be a full-fledged character, 100% you can. So.
It's really good. I helped come up with it. I mean, I
Nice.
did. I pitched the idea.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a really good one.
Yep.
Is our group just going to be a whole bunch of crazy, fucked up characters next campaign?
Maybe.
Always.
Maybe.
Probably.
And y'all could potentially be close to the end. I mean, the Fanes are going to be pretty tough. This is one of them. And then you got 2 more, and then you can maybe go after Strahd. There's
Are we
also,
level up after this
I
battle?
would say you probably will potentially level up after both or all Fanes. Potentially. Y'all don't actually have to do the Fanes, but y'all are going to get a good chunk of XP from doing this Fane. I wouldn't say you would level up from this this actual one, though.
Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna play Jerry.
I mean, I was talking about the other one we talked about for.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, Scott, do you want to jump in whispers real quick? I want to get your
Yeah, we
reaction
can
to
do
this.
that.
Wait, can I
Yep.
come too?
If he's okay with it.
Can I
Yeah,
come
why
too?
not? Yeah, you
So-
helped come up with it.
Yep.
Yay!
It's been a blast as always, and then I guess next week we'll see the conclusion of this battle, and perhaps the Fane Guardian will show up too. So, yep. Peace, everybody. I guess I might come back though too. But good night.
Yay.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hey, Zach,
Thank
really quick.
y'all.
What's up?
Did I happen to leave a shirt in your bedroom?